Jordan was making fun of me.
Let's go.
Eric Lindros.
Sup?
Hey, I'm just kidding, guys. It's Rye. Over in the corner, jerking off like he always is. The weird foot fetishes shit, which I like. Michael Bertolini. And off his way from Tacony, he hit Marlton on his way in. The one, the only, the great Kev Gallagher. Say hey.
I'm drunk.
Yeah, get that mic in your face. Act like you're gonna suck it. Guys, I haven't seen Kev in 5 years. At least, right?
Has to be.
Has to be,
Yeah.
at least. I got very excited when I seen him. I had to stop Instagram Live because I seen him. I was like, oh my god! He brought a Game of Thrones sword that I nearly cut my dog's head off with by accident. By accident.
Or on purpose.
Or on purpose. Kev, how the hell have you been? Somebody's phone's ringing.
Good, good. I got to give you the story of the sword. Cause
Give me the story of the sword. He's been holding on to this since he walked into...
Yeah, super weird I brought a sword. But remember Matt Schneider? Names? It's not a...
I don't know.
Do you remember this guy?
I'm trying to think. I don't think so.
All right, well, anyway, so he was collecting, like...
Pretend like you do, goddammit.
Oh, Matt
was
Schneider,
collecting-
of course.
He was collecting, like, weapons and stuff like that, like guns, knives, and shit like that. And I used to go to flea markets and
Jesus
see...
Christ.
I used to see all this stuff, like a knife or something. I'd be like, yo, you want this? It's like $20. And he'd always be like, yeah, grab it for me. So the one time I bought him a sword.
Bert, bring up a picture of Matt Schneider.
Yeah, one time I bought him a sword. And after that, he was like... He was like all about it, you know, bringing it out with him sometimes. So the next...
Oh my god!
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So the next time I was at the flea market, I was texting him. I was like, yo, there's this sword here. It's $20. I was like, I know you want this. I was like, let me know.
I'm
so
just
I can
going to get
buy
it for you.
Yeah.
Straight up.
So
like,
he wouldn't get back to me. So like the whole time I'm walking around the flea market. I'm doing like laps going back to it, seeing if it's still there and everything. He wouldn't get back to me. I was like, I'm just going to buy. He definitely wants it.
Right.
So he texted me on the way home. He was like, nah, dude, I'm not collecting swords. I got one. I'm good. So I've had this sword for like years.
Like you're the asshole for being a nice
Yeah,
guy.
right? So
That's a great sword.
I was going to say, get it on camera at least.
I put up a picture, but it's heavy.
Right, but what if the people
legit-
watching on YouTube didn't see it? Oh, you lost the bottom piece.
you lost the crystal ball.
I have
So
two.
this ball. Oh, it's the Earth. I didn't know that. Did you guys know? Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
It's the Earth.
What do you mean?
Like, look at it. It's a globe, and that sits in the bottom part of the sword.
Nah, we have 7 continents. There's only 3 on this.
Just trust me.
I think.
Trust me. It's the globe.
So that thing's been sitting in my garage, and like
I know where I can get rid of it.
yeah, exactly.
I know how.
Every 6 months, like
Your
I'll
wife keeps
stumble
like,
across
when
it.
are you going to get rid of that
Yeah,
fucking
she's
sword?
like, what? Why? One, why do you have a sword? 2, what are we gonna do with it?
Is that blood?
Said you said you wanted these cardboard boxes chopped up.
All right. I don't even know where to start. I'm so excited. It's a Wednesday. Everyone's feeling good. It's 12 degrees. It actually feels pretty good in here.
It does actually.
I covered
I don't
up
know
the
if it's
garage
'cause-
door.
I was gonna
We
say, I
got
don't
the
know
heater
if it's 'cause of
going.
the
I had to
heater.
plug it into the laundry room because usually it blows every fucking circuit we have. Other than that,
Which
we're-
is only one in here
other
because
than
it's the
that, we're
garage.
feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Kev. Oh, that's what I wanted to bring up. Spartan race. Bert, you said you want to go in the Spartan race? Yeah. Bert's in the Spartan race. I'm signing up for the Spartan race. You got to keep yourself in check. I did 2 sprints already. The sprint is the 3 to 4 mile one. It's in Blue Mountain, which is a ski resort.
Where'd you do the sprints at?
Blue Mountain, which is a ski resort in the Poconos.
Right, but you did. That was where the sprints and the Spartan run
So
were.
they're all there.
No, sprint is a type of Spartan run.
I know
So-
that, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't know if it was a different location. What the fuck?
I see what you're saying. Are all Spartan races at Blue Mountain? Sprint or long distance?
All the ones that you did.
Everyone I did was at Blue Mountain.
And where's this one that you're about to do?
Blue Mountain. I'm so.
All right, I'll go fuck myself.
What don't
worry
you
about
get, brother? When Spartan touches down in PA, it's in Blue Mountain.
And nowhere else.
Yeah. So it's a ski resort. So you're literally running a ski resort, which is
That's cool.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So
Because you're supposed to go down a ski resort, not
right.
up
So
it.
right. So you go up to 2 miles and you come down 2 miles. But I already
Okay.
did 2 sprints, and there's 25 obstacles or whatever that are associated. Associated. Jesus Christ. that are involved with it.
Oh, you just
Incorporated.
graduate?
And
The obstacles though, they're not like super hard. Or are they
They're
hard?
definitely
I'm asking.
They're
you.
very
It's
hard.
a question.
This is
Yeah.
for pussies, right?
There's a bunch of moms running with me. No, they're like hard as shit. It's very challenging. So like climbing a rope, monkey bar, like not monkey bars at like a playground, like you're over water, but like they
So
bend
not the
with-
ones that you can walk along as you're as
No,
you're
no,
moving
like
your
they
hands.
like bend with you and shit. You like climb a lot. Some of them are easy. Like you climb like a rope net and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's high, so if you're scared of heights, it's nothing. But out of the 25 I did, I would say like 5 are real hard. But like
Right.
the other ones are. And
It slows you
isn't-
down,
This isn't
and it
me
gets-
like toot my own horn though, but like I'm kind of in shape. So if you're just doing it like with a group of fucking workers, oh, we're doing a work group run, like yeah, you guys are all gonna fail. You stink. Like some of it was easy for me, but the actual 2 miles up and 2 miles down is what sucks. Because then you run through mud.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Dude,
what I
I
was
smashed my nuts last time I did. I think it was a year ago.
that's what I was kind of getting at. Like, is it just are the obstacles just something to kind of slow you down and work different muscle groups?
No,
Or
because
is it like
if you fail the obstacle, you have to do 25 burpees.
Oh.
okay?
That
So
makes sense.
there's a thing you go into the 25, but there's some shit that like it's impossible to train for. Like there's one where you throw a spear into a hay bale. Let me just get down. And start doing some burpees, huh? Where the hell, like,
I'm not even gonna throw it. I'm not
like
even
if you
gonna
go
throw
to
it.
the gym and shit, most of the stuff you can figure out. Like
Yeah.
climbing a rope is hard.
Yeah.
I literally just go straight like gorilla on it and just use all upper body. My feet don't touch the rope at all. I'm just like and I just go up there. But like
Look at this try hard.
Yeah.
yeah. But I'm saying like there's some shit like that. It's fine. Like some people. See, here's the thing that gets me. So it's not that my cardio is bad, but like I'm never gonna win a race.
I was gonna ask, do you run?
Yeah. Sometimes you can't run because you're going downhill.
I think you meant specifically.
Yeah, yeah. Just
You.
like when
Oh
you
yeah,
train,
I'm not walking it. Yeah, like you have to run uphill. You're not just gonna walk it. Oh,
Do you
wait.
run when you train?
In my everyday training?
Yeah.
I'm not a huge runner. Maybe like once a week I'll hit the treadmill and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I'm not a huge cardio guy.
Because you were saying this could be like 10 miles. Like
Yeah.
when you do run like once a week, how long do you run?
Not very long. Not very long. But it doesn't matter. You get like the momentum of everything because you see people like there'll be like people who run by me and I can tell like oh they're runners. So like in a marathon that person would smoke me. So they'll go like flying by me. Like I'm saying, it's all like an incline too. So that's a whole
Yeah.
different type of running.
Right.
But anyway, they'll get by me and then I'll catch up to them because they can't lift a fucking 90-pound bag and walk up the hill. Because like that's some shit you have to do. Like put the sandbag
Yeah.
on your shoulder and you have to walk up this hill. Or like there'll be like a sled on a rope and you have to pull to you, and the rope the sled might be like 80 to 100 pounds. And they smoked me, and then I get there, I'm like, you little bitch.
And then
You
they are
can't-
there. They are doing burpees
It's
on the
like,
side.
trying to pull this shit. I'm like, you little bitch, get out the way.
Yeah, they can run forever with their own body weight.
Right, exactly. Yeah, when you're 140 pounds.
And when is this?
July 13th.
All right, so it'll be warmer.
Oh, it's gonna be hot as shit.
Yeah.
I usually but I'm gonna go for the 8 to 10 mile one. We'll see how it goes. Bert's in.
You guys recruiting people?
I've asked a bunch of people and they turned it down. It's a little expensive, is what's
And
which
that's
sucks.
you've asked me a couple times, and like I would want to do one, but also it's
But I wouldn't.
well, it's like how much is it?
Like 140.
And then I have to
Yeah.
drive 2 hours up the mountains too.
True.
So it's like
Yeah, but when you
I don't
complete
know,
it, the ride
dude.
home is so banging. Windows down, fucking.
don't get too into that. We'll get sued.
Oh yeah, no doubt. All right, what else? Nobody wants to do Spartan race with me. Me and Bird about to crush it.
There you go, Bert. Go ahead. You do you. You do
Have
you, boo boo.
What bets did you lose this week? Let's start with the bets before we, because me and Kev have a laundry list.
I was gonna
of things
say.
we're
I
gonna
thought
get
you
to.
wanted to get into that kind of stuff.
We will, but let's get out the norms. How much did you lose this week, and how much did you win? Because I lost on golf. Now that football's on its way out, I'm going to be big in the basketball and big in the golf. Golf, you can win a fuck ton.
Right. I think
But-
I only lost. I only lost I lost 2 bets yesterday on Houston, but then I won the double up on the Sixers.
Matthew McConaughey while he drives his Lincoln.
Rolling the booger in his hand.
Oh, I've never seen that shot before. I have. The dumbest commercials ever.
Kind of the best. You don't really need. They're like, just do you, man. Just get in this car and do something.
How this dude does a trick pool shot in the middle of a party.
It just walks out.
And it relates to the fucking navigator hitting corners in the Hollywood Hills. It makes no sense.
Even that's better than him just like buttoning his top button and hopping into Lincoln.
And I'm sure he shaves his face when he gets the fucking the feather and rubs it in the cream, and he's just okay, yeah, okay,
It takes
guy.
so long, dude.
Yeah, we all know your Dollar Shave Club.
But I only lost that, and then was it Australian Open this weekend?
Golf wise,
Australian tennis.
you bet tennis.
I bet on Serena to win.
Oh, brother,
Starting from the beginning.
you're going down on a long and scary road.
Dude, Serena was plus 440 to win, and she should have won. She lost to somebody that after being up 5-1 in the final
She
set.
rolled her ankle, right?
You would think if anybody's a safe.
I feel like that was 2 weeks ago, though.
I love Serena Williams. It was 2 weeks ago. She rolled her ankle.
Yeah, I feel like I talked about it on the podcast last week.
My
Guys, I listened. You did.
partner.
You did.
My partner
I
at
was
work
gonna
was
say-
I wasn't going to say anything,
my
but
partner
yeah.
at work came in the next day. He's like, "Yeah, man, I was betting tennis last night." I was like, I created a
wasn't-
monster, dude.
that's what I'm saying. I wasn't betting tennis.
He wasn't betting at all. And then
money
all of a sudden,
on
like, I
Serena.
signed him up to like DraftKings and shit. And like all of a sudden, he comes in. He's like, "Yeah, I put money on like the first person to 10 points." And then later, I was like,
Do you
"Dog, you're taking some goofy bets right now."
Do you know how to get a second mortgage on your home? Because
I was like,
It's
"Oh,
for a friend.
yeah,
nah,
just
it's
in
fun.
case,
It's
you
just
know.
so fun, dude. Gambling is so fun,
And that's the
at
problem.
least- yeah,
Do you guys just do it all through like DraftKings or?
yeah.
yeah. I use FanDuel, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same shit. Just because, just the bookie wise is just, you have the opportunity to win more money with the app. I feel.
I basically just about all of my bets are live bets, in-game bets.
Right.
And you can't do that with a bookie because
You know
you
what sucks
text
about
them and be like,
DraftKings,
what's the line? They were like, the game's in the third quarter. What are you talking about? No.
Right.
You
So
can't
but
get
you
it.
can move the bets
Yeah.
around. It's so awesome.
Yeah, you know what sucks about DraftKings is if you win and you want to cash out, they send you that check. I have a check from DraftKings from like a year ago.
Do you?
That- yeah.
Mine
Mine goes right to PayPal.
Yeah, that's what I
What?
was gonna say to mine too.
Oh,
I just
see, I don't
cashed out
have
money.
PayPal. I don't have PayPal, so I always hit
so you
like the
do
check
check,
thing
yeah.
and then just forget about the check. So
There
it's
you
just
go.
like,
You think I'm gonna wait for a check? No. What's up with you? You think I'm gonna sit here and wait for a paper check?
that's what I say to myself, and then I'm like, you know what? I'll go to the bank this weekend. Never go.
Wait, don't you have like the deposit on your phone? You take a picture of it.
Maybe I don't. I'll take your word for it. I might.
Welcome to 2019.
Oh
I
my
almost
God,
said 2018.
yeah. So they send it to my PayPal and I just put it right in my account.
So what's PayPal? I'm just kidding.
Is that on the interweb?
Yeah.
www. All right, enough about gambling. Let's Quentin Tarantino this. We discussed how we were going to start this. How are we going to start this? Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, we're gonna
Anybody knows Quentin Tarantino, me and Kev are huge movie guys. Quentin Tarantino, he always starts at the end in the beginning. So I was kicked out of the Gallagher household.
Yeah. That's
Banned
right.
for life. That's where we're going to start.
Yep.
All because there was a blood trail, a hole in the wall, and a whole lot of lies.
That's the tagline to this movie.
And a whole lot of lies. That's how we're going to start this.
How'd we get there?
Fade out, fade back in to a younger Evan and Kev.
Yeah, shit. I mean, it's not like that just happened. That was
Yeah.
deep into the.
That was definitely the end, though. That
It was definitely the end, which
yeah.
makes no sense because I think me and Bert were talking about it, and I was like, "Oh, Kev's coming on. He's like, awesome." He's like, "Yeah, you guys used to hang out." I was like, "I don't know why we stopped hanging out, other than the fact that I got banned from the Gallagher house." But
I seriously think that was it because you were at one point you were legit living at my house.
there all the time.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
We were in Jersey. My parents moved to Jersey. My mom would drop me off at the fucking bridge.
yeah, I remember picking you up all the time.
Yeah. She's like, "Oh," I'm like, "Mom."
She was like, "You're good from here, right?"
She's like,
I'll
"I
see
don't
you
want to
later."
cross the bridge." I'm like, "Mom, it's fucking 20 degrees out. I'm gonna walk across the Tacony Bridge."
It's $2. I'll
I'm
give
like-
you the $2.
I'm like,
bridge
Evan,
moves when
at
you
least
walk.
walk to St. Leo's or something. I'm not going to the bridge to pick you up. This is so weird. It looks like I'm picking up my drug dealer or something.
So, how did it start?
Well, I know how we became friends because Distant Rec
I
Basketball
was just
League.
gonna say that. Yep.
Bud was our coach. My brother, he drafted us.
Yep.
We drafted you. You were a St. Louis guy. I was a Constellation guy. St. Louis and Constellation are in the same neighborhood, and it's not a big neighborhood, so it almost blows my mind that there was 2 different Catholic schools.
And neither of them survived.
No, but both had banging dances.
Oh yeah.
Shouty, shouty, what you drank? So sick. Oh my God.
So this was a rec league.
No, summer league. Yeah, for
Yeah.
distant rec, just the summer league. But it was after grade school though, so freshman year.
Was it?
My God, was our run that small?
No,
because
it had to have been because I definitely knew you when I was in 8th grade at
Okay.
least,
Okay.
and you were in 7th, right?
yeah, you're a grade above me
Yeah.
because you're in Lutz's grade, Chris,
Right.
and all them.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh
God.
yeah, it was for sure then because I remember going in the Father Judge with Lutz and like when you go into high school, Bert knows like the only dude you're like, yo, dude, sit at my table, sit at my table.
So that was you had a good crew though. You, Vince Morgan, Chris Lutz.
No,
Oh, Vince went to Roman.
yeah, he went to Roman.
What a dork. The dudes who went to Roman blew my mind.
Didn't get home till like 8:00 at night every day.
That made no sense.
Yeah.
Why would people go to Roman?
So what's the difference?
Roman's in the middle of like Chinatown.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
in the city.
that's where we got dropped off for the Eagles parade. Roman. I was
Right.
like, why would anybody go here?
Insane.
Then North was ghetto underneath the L,
Yeah.
and then Judge was just like all the athletic good white guys. Pretty much, right?
Yeah.
All the neighborhood kids who were like athletic. Well, let's go to Judge. They had cool colors.
The thing about Judge is like you get out at 2, you're home by like 2:05.
Yeah, you're right there in your house,
Right.
like your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Judge is right there.
And
I guess
Roman's
for
like
some people,
half hour away.
Roman's in the city. You gotta take buses and shit. SEPTA.
Dude, you gotta think they're coming home. They're coming home at rush hour too. Like I remember Vince not getting home for probably 6:30, 7:00 at night
Jesus.
for high school. Dude?
Imagine that,
Come on.
dude. And they had to leave earlier, probably too.
Oh yeah.
And you realize
Leaving at like 6.
and you realize how we don't bring up Ryan because nobody hung out with any Ryan kids. Fuck out of here. That actually, you know what's kind of cool though about Ryan is boys and girls.
It really and their dances blew every other dance out of the water.
I don't think I ever went to one.
Dude, Bert.
Were they?
They were the dances to get out.
When you go to
Here
Ryan
we go.
dances, you were
typical
like, what?
typical Bert's like, I'm not going to talk this episode. He's over in the corner. He's over in the corner shouting shit. Hook up the extra mic, you asshole. Go fucking plug in the other mic. He's over there screaming in the corner and shit. No, I'm not going to talk this
Oh, here's
episode.
a muffled voice in the back.
I'm not going to talk this episode. Rye hasn't said one fucking word.
No,
yet. Bert's
you can
over there
take my
fucking-
mic.
Yeah, Bert's
You can take
gotta
my
get on
mic,
the
dude.
mic because there's gonna be stories where he's gonna be involved.
Hook up your mic.
Go grab the other mic.
This dude.
Shit.
I swear to God, I was just saying that in my head. Yeah, I said I wasn't gonna do it.
First thing on my list is Bert's swimming pool party, so you better go on the mic. So
Yes. Oh my god.
Yeah,
we
get
have-
started, dude. We're like 20 minutes in. People are already turning it off.
I'm out of breath. I'm out of breath. All right, well, I guess the best way to start is all right. I was always over Kev's house.
Yeah.
Always over Kev's house.
you had clothes stashed at my house.
I did, and I remember I got in an argument with you one time because your mom washed my polo and then she put it in your dad's closet, and I was like, yo, that's my polo's in your dad's closet. You're like, nah, that's my dad's. I was like, bro, that's my polo. You're like, why would you be wearing a Chevy Regal polo? I was like, cuz.
Well, dude, anyway, my dad's chest hair is just breaking through it at this point, so you don't want it back. So.
Oh my god.
My dad's also the one who gave you the name Skip, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Because you said it the one time when he was like serving breakfast the one morning, he like must have like gave Carrie or someone
Yeah.
breakfast for. You're like, damn, what's my name, Skip?
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, Skip.
Yeah, that was my shit. Skip. What's my name? Skip. Oh my god. These two are over here fucking farting around. God, what else? Let's go down memory lane.
Let's do it.
I mean, it's hard not to just start at the garage. The garage was
Yeah,
everything.
The garage was everything.
Dude, we literally the typical garage or the real garage. I'm sorry, not the podcast garage. So my parents, if you listen to any older episodes, if not, just listen. So my parents had a property. It was almost like not quite a junkyard, but it was like
It's just like an empty lot.
it was like an empty lot with a
Yeah.
huge garage on it and all this land. And my parents moved to Jersey, so like that lot was there. And my dad would keep like tools and like because my dad had his own company, like he would keep big tools in there, all this shit there. And when we'd go over, I'd get dropped off, and we like had nowhere to drink. And instead of going into like the fucking penny pack woods,
Cemetery or something.
people would get kegs. You'd pay $10, and you get one drink, or you get beat the fuck up. you get jumped by like fucking 5 kids who bought the keg, and they'd steal your money anyway. So I was like, you know what, fuck this. So we started sneaking in my garage. And it's not like my parents were ever going to catch us. They were in Jersey. It was like the neighbors in between the houses.
I always wondered if your parents knew about it or not.
Dude, there's no way they did it.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I'd go there with my dad, and there would be like a can that I missed from cleaning up
Yeah,
or something,
just-
or like say we had a party on a Friday night, and like my dad be like, "Oh, we got to go to the garage Saturday morning." I'm like, "No!"
Let me go in first.
It just reeks of Milwaukee's best,
Yeah.
dude.
There's like a whole living area spaced out with like chairs in a circle.
Dude, but in the beginning, there wasn't many of us because there was shit everywhere. We finally like cleaned it up, like once we started getting after it. But like we cleaned it up. But in the beginning, we were literally in a corner with this little like spotlight type light that was like
it was a work light.
Yeah.
that you would hang like on
on
something,
the
right?
top,
Yeah.
and then there was the little heater one too.
Yep.
That brought off light and it had the cage on it so you didn't burn yourself. Dude, there wasn't much of us in the beginning. But like we would split like a 30-pack between like 5 of us.
Well, dude, you know
And,
when you're 14
at the
or
time,
whatever,
that's a lot.
No, it is a lot, but like 3 of them were girls too, so like we would be getting
Yeah.
fucking hammered. Remember we used to like just we can't be here long, so we would like chug them
Yes.
and start puking everywhere.
It's cool. I can start over now.
Nah, I'm just gonna get this out and we'll start over.
But not only that, you didn't know what you could do at the time
Right.
either. So you were like, I just want to be drunk right now. So like, let me get like 8 beers in me, and then your body's like,
Right.
no,
3 beers.
Yeah.
You're
And
gonna
it
throw
was-
them up
They
first.
were the old Miller too. Though.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ev just chugged 2 beers. Let me chug 2 beers, and you're like, I'm not up there yet.
But Kev couldn't throw up.
Yeah.
Like I could puke and rally. Kev like, I gotta throw up. I'm like, it's stuck in
It'd
your
be
throat, bro.
stuck all right here.
Oh.
Oh, my night's ruined.
Oh, that sucks.
Someone punched me in the throat.
Dude.
See, I when I throw up, I'm done.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You
like
can't
I wouldn't
puke
been able to puke and rally.
You hardly puke though.
No, I don't.
Me,
well, that's what I'm saying. So
yeah.
there's a difference between the
You
people that
puke because you're sick.
right that will puke and rally. They'll puke all the time.
Yeah.
But I don't puke that much. But when I do, that's it.
Yeah.
Like I can't
It's an event.
puke and rally. Yeah,
I
I'm
puke.
done. I talk to you guys.
I puke because I'm full. I drink too
Me
fast.
too.
Right.
That's usually when I'm
Yeah.
puking.
I'm like a little kid. I'm
I forgot to breathe.
You always know when you're about to puke, you start like swallowing more. You're like, oh man, here
Yeah.
it comes.
here.
Yeah,
No, I'll be back. I'll be right back.
I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Dude, Kev, come on, man. Where were we? Dude, the garage.
Well, all right. So hold on. Let's start with who the originals were.
Go ahead.
Wait, I'm so
Break it down like a
so
fraction.
scared to say names right now. All right, no, it was me.
No, this
you,
is all good
yeah,
shit.
Yeah, as long as you're not
Everybody's
saying
parents
bad
know
stuff.
they drank.
Me, you, Lutz, Richie, Bert, Jay Nuss,
Yes.
Donatelli's,
Donatelli's.
like Mike. Who else? It was Sean Meyer.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
And then that's when at first it was just
Well,
us. It was all guys, and then eventually.
Well, the
we
only
started
girls
bringing
who used to hang out with us, we had like our girls too. Like Jordan would hang out with us.
Yeah.
You know what's so fucked up? I don't know if she listens to this or not. She just yelled at me on Instagram because I didn't know how to say shaman.
Charmin, goddammit.
Charmin toilet paper. But this is fucked up. I still don't know her last name. I don't know Jordan's last name.
Well, dude, anytime you get a name that has like
Do you?
3 Z's, 4 Y's,
Bert's shaking his head. He says he doesn't know Jordan's last name either.
come on, say it.
Say it.
Chris Wiki.
All right, I'm
Okay.
close to my head. I'm sorry.
Okay, so now you
Look,
guys can
You
understand.
have a goddamn microphone.
Bert, turn.
All right, I'm in here.
So now you can
Hey, guys, I'm
understand.
here.
Now, if you saw it just like on paper, though, I had no idea how to say it.
Shazinski.
Now,
Yeah,
like how you just said it, that's how I kind of was in my head.
right. I'm not even sure if that's right, but that's how I always said it.
Anyway, Jordan. Then yeah, obviously Maggie and Steph, like Maria and like Kate and all that didn't come until
Yeah, they were later.
freshman year. Yeah. No, I mean they were still the crew, but
They started hanging out with us when we hung out at the apartment on Keystone.
good God, what a blood.
That's a whole other chapter.
It is a whole other chapter.
Dude, me
We-
and
we-
you-
we
Chapter
touched-
2?
We touched on all this before, but it's so fun bringing in the other person.
I didn't want. I almost didn't want to do it because like then I didn't want to like exclude Rye, but like
Good, man.
There's some things that you got just has to be said.
Go ahead.
Right, and not only that, there's times where I'm talking and Nev's not, so you're
Right.
good.
Okay. Yeah.
That's why we got 2 of us. One of us has got to carry the goddamn thing.
You know what? One thing this podcast I was surprised you guys don't talk about more. Jay Nuss. How's new? I heard his name mentioned once. I feel like that dude is the biggest legend of Tacony I've ever met in my life.
Holy shit, that's a fucking.
No, am I
That's
wrong?
an extreme.
Jay Nuss. First of all,
That is an
first of all,
I'm waiting
he's
to hear what he has to say.
He's had Sixers season tickets since he was like 3 years old. When they, way past when they sucked, he would come and be like on like a Wednesday night, be like, "Oh, you want to go to Sixers tonight?" I'm like, "All right, I guess." I would look at my window and wait to see what car he pulled up in. Like it's gonna be his Escalade or his Mustang or whatever.
He had
Oh,
a
this
big
is all
ass
past my
expedition.
time.
Nah, Jay Nuss?
Obviously, I know who Jay Nuss is. He was one of my fucking boys growing up. But he never picked me up in an Escalade anywhere.
Oh, dude, Bert,
It was his expedition. That big
Expedition,
It was
yeah.
his mom. It was his mom and dad's
Yeah.
car. That thing was huge.
Oh, well, his mom kills it. His
Yeah.
mom's been killing the game.
Carlos
Yeah.
Lennon, shout
Shout
out.
out. Yeah,
fucking
shout out.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Carly Lennon.
Who the hell didn't work there?
If you didn't work at Carly's, you're a nobody.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. No, I would love to get Jay Nuss on. He's 5.
Dude, he's living downtown now.
Is he?
He lives at
Oh my
the
God.
apartments
Dude,
right
his
across the
Snapchat
street.
Oh, that's
pictures-
what I was just gonna say. That's his place.
If he doesn't,
Yeah.
if he's not fucking a chick in that window, staring at the bridge every single night, he's failed. I gotta talk to him about it. He's fouled as
Actually,
a
we're
man.
gonna bring him on just to ask him that.
I'm gonna bring him on
That's all we
just
wanted
to
to
ask him if he's banged every single chick staring at
It's a
the
2 minute.
bed
It's a
frame.
2-minute episode.
Yeah. Get this. Anyway,
Jay Nuss's house parties.
yeah. Well, we were talking about that. How we used to beat the fuck out of Rob Fogietta and shit all the time.
I forgot he lived around the corner. I forgot he lived around the corner.
See,
So he knows
here's the
that.
problem. We're saying all this shit and not explaining everything. People were like, I don't know
Yeah.
who the
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
you guys
That's
are.
why I'm trying not to go too deep
So
into
let's
it.
go back to the garage. All right. What happened at the garage? Where did we start? Other than the fact that it was literally
So when you first
20, 16-year-olds getting blacked out drunk. Like,
When you
I used
first
to have to
started
plug in
going
my
there.
aux cord into that big jukebox,
Yeah.
and I had the iPod Nano, and shit got crazy.
so when you first started going there, you were like, "Oh, we can drink at my parents' garage."
Yeah, but we were so scared.
Yeah.
So like there was like we would
Didn't
hide
we
behind-
wait? Didn't we start drinking next to the dump truck?
we started drinking
First?
next to the
Because
dump
we
truck.
didn't want to
Yeah.
go inside, and
Yep.
we got too cold. We're like, "Fuck
Yeah,
that!
we
We're
went
going
Like,
inside."
just open the fucking door.
Open the fucking door.
I'll take the heat, whatever. Fucking freezing out
So,
here.
and the best thing about the garage, there was a bathroom in it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh
So then-
Dude,
my!
it's like an apartment.
It was pretty much.
Yeah.
So then you went in the garage and you're like, "Yo, it's way better being warm than it is being cold."
Yeah.
And there was what 5 of these
Yeah.
Yeah.
when you started.
Yeah, and we'd all put our hands in each other's pockets.
And then you were
It
like,
was
"All right."
such a hassle to get beer though, because like Bud wasn't quite 21 yet, or none of the friends, but like they all had fakes. It's so funny though, because we were 16. We're like, oh, our older brothers, they weren't 21 yet. So
Yeah.
how the fuck were they getting us beer?
Yeah, fakes.
But I'm telling you, they looked 30.
Do you remember what we used to do to get beer?
I don't want to say it on mic, but I think I sucked a dick. I'm pretty sure I sucked a dick or two to get a case of fucking Beast Light.
I remember for a long span, we'd all hop in the minivan, we'd go up to Cotman Beverage,
Oh,
and
yeah.
there was a dude that just used to just like chill on the side of Cotman Beverage.
That's awesome.
We would
I
just
remember
go-
him,
pay-
but I forget his name.
Yeah,
and I'm trying
You'd
to think
pay
of his
$40
name.
for a fucking 30 of Natty Light.
It was $40,
and you didn't give a shit.
or he'd be like, "Give me
No.
a ride to Frankfurt and Solly." I'm like, "Nah, dude, we'll drink. We'll drink tomorrow, dude. Come
Yeah,
back
we're-
when you just want money."
Yeah, that's a hike, brother. That's way
How
more
about
than gas.
$45?
Yeah, right.
How about 50?
Yeah,
That's like
dude.
2 cases in gas money.
Yeah, I don't know you, bro. Just give me my beer.
Yeah. So you found 5 other people to go into the garage. You guys got in.
Yep.
You realize that it's way better being inside than it is being outside.
And it's way better being in there than the fucking woods.
And then how did
like I said, fighting over a keg.
We were fucking protected.
but how did
There
that
was- there was
how
a-
did that grow?
People
Like,
I
you
just
were
think,
like-
I just think we're a good time.
Yeah.
You were like, "No, we're 5 of us. So first off, we need music. Now we need more girls."
Well, it grew from
Now we
like
need-
Maggie and Steph and them
Yeah.
bringing other like the St. Matt's chicks down because we
Well, once they hit
everybody
Hubert,
went like we
once you-
keep saying everybody kept going to like the woods. We always had somewhere to go. We had the
Right.
apartment. If not there, then we were at like
Garage. We were
yeah,
always
the
at the
garage.
garage,
So we
yeah.
had
Yeah.
2 spots that were dedicated that we couldn't be touched in. It
I-
wasn't.
I think that
It was a
the
safe. It was a
appeal,
safe
too.
place.
Safe place.
Because at the time, everybody our
seriously,
age,
yeah.
like you said, was in the woods. They were in the cemetery, or whatever, freezing their ass off.
So-
And you had so many out of those 5 people. We had all had friends that like broke off. So like they would always be like, oh, you want to come to the cemetery, the woods, where I'd be like, dude, I'm going to the garage.
Yeah,
Like,
why am
the
I gonna go
garage
sit
just got word
outside?
of mouth and kind of blew up.
Well, that's the thing. So everybody was in grade school. We definitely started drinking 8th grade. So that's the thing. So it's Leo's and Consolation, but you go to high school and then everybody's mixed. So it's just basically like Leo's and Consolation, whatever. That's fine. But everything turns into all the girls. All the girls go to fucking Hubert. So all the girls are Huberts, and then it's just like, oh, fuck grade school. It's all Judge or it's
Yeah.
all, and then everybody just comes together. And then little do they know, the dude running shit is from fucking New Jersey.
There you go. There you go.
bringing his little fucking walking his chunky butt across the fucking Tacony Bridge like a fucking
Walking his red highlighted hair.
I
across
was
the
literally
bridge.
just about to say
Bowl
that.
cut.
Bowl
Bowl
cut,
cut.
red hair.
red hair, Chuck Taylors. I'm on my way, boys.
I remember the day
The
you
beer,
got that.
the beer better fucking be there by the time I cross the bridge.
So did you have like a deal like you didn't have to pay for shit because you were letting everybody in your garage?
No, I mean we all had to get it together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was no.
There was no entry fee. It was just bring your beer.
Yeah, it was just bring your shit.
Yeah.
Did you guys like regulate who came in? Like yo,
Definitely.
You told too many people like y'all can't come in.
Yeah, there was definitely people that were like, nah, because like people would ask me like, oh, I invited a couple friends. I was like, come on, man.
Nah.
No.
The
It's-
biggest day
it's
that
already-
we had there was Thanksgiving Eve.
Yeah.
Oh, good God.
Mhm.
That
How many-
turned
how
that
many
turned
people
into
was
like a holiday where
Yeah.
it was
Got shirts
mayhem.
made.
Yeah,
Are those shirts? I
mayhem.
think I
Yeah.
still have my shirt.
How many people was that?
3,000. I think they made the movie Project X off us.
I would probably say over 20 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
'Cause
probably
we
close
we
to
would
like
always
30,
get
40.
two
Yeah.
kegs.
And how big was this place?
Good size.
Picture
Probably my
the
whole
length of-
downstairs.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So from here to like the end of the
so
fireplace.
like 50 by 50.
Oh yeah, and then we had the whole yard, dude. We were 100 feet, 200 feet off the street.
That's the thing. Even if the cops drove by, we're so far off the street. They
So
wouldn't
far
hear
off the
shit.
street.
Right.
So it was only my neighbors, and then my neighbors realized that like
We
Hey,
weren't
cool.
assholes, and we
Yeah, we're
we
cool.
were cleaning up every time we left.
yeah, I would keep everything in trash bags,
Yeah.
and we'd throw it at Keystone's playground. Like they had a trash can by the basketball court.
Yeah, we
There
just
would-
throw it in the
there would, there would just be fucking 15 fucking trash bags full of fucking beer cans.
Nice.
I gotta piss so bad already.
Already, dude? We're
Yeah.
only 31 minutes in.
Keep talking. I'll be right back.
Well, I thought we were going to get into the next thing.
Yeah, go ahead, Kev. Come on, man. You
Nah,
said you
for
wanted
the-
to be guest of the year. Bring something.
So, Bert, how do you know Kev?
Same thing. Playing the rec.
Yeah, distant
Yeah.
basketball brought everybody together. Like
Yeah.
the whole neighborhood played in there, all the different schools, and not only that, like even after the game, like it was like always what was it, like tournaments every weekend?
And
So,
that's just a rec league. Like,
Yeah.
like you were playing the same team.
Like you would start
Yeah.
playing games at 9, and the games just say didn't get over till 4, and you didn't leave. So like all the girls would come up and watch, and then
Yeah.
everybody hung out after their games, and then all of a sudden you're sitting on the ramp.
Right.
I was going to say, hung out our back because the gym is slightly
No.
bigger than this. Fucking.
No. It was out. It was
Outside.
outside.
okay,
outdoor court,
okay.
yeah.
I was going to say,
And
the gym
legit,
is
we
slightly
would
bigger than
sit.
this
We would
fucking
sit on
room.
the ramp and
Dude, that
just
was the
listen to
spot for a
music
while.
and chill.
Mm-hmm.
Like
y'all had music while the basketball was going on?
Hell yeah.
yeah.
See?
It was
how
it
you're
was like
supposed to
above
do
the
it.
rim.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
Just with no Tupac.
You know,
Yeah.
I think the real bridge where I actually like met you guys was Vince Morgan.
Probably.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Because he was like, because you know, at first it was you know, OLC was OLC and then Leo's was Leo's, but Vince Morgan was the only one because of like his older brothers and shit that hung out with like Bud and you know.
I know it was so incredible that all our older brothers. See, that's the thing too. Like they're like this. Not what do you? Taconi's what? A neighborhood? What do you? Yeah. So
Yeah.
because like once you get to Jersey, everything's a town.
Oh god, so annoying.
And I freaking hate it, man.
I still make left turns.
So like Philly's everything but neighborhoods, but like people who lived in these neighborhoods have lived there forever. And it was like the time everybody had 4 fucking kids.
Yeah.
Like everyone was just pushing out kids and shit.
And
But
everyone's kids lined up with somebody
everybody's
else's
kids
kid.
Yeah.
lined up. So my brother's friends were all friends, and it just so happened that all my brother's friends had younger brothers that were my age and then a little bit younger than us, and it's all in the same shit. Like
Yeah.
it's just like
And
it's almost like age didn't matter. Everybody was in grades, but age didn't matter.
No, it didn't. I was just gonna say, yeah, all
'Cause
the
yous were
brothers
all
lined
above
up.
us.
Yeah, all the brothers lined up, but your older brother, like we all hung out with them at the apartment and everything. like-
Absolutely.
so everybody just hung out with everybody. Everybody who actually played ball at Distant Rec were like friends.
It's
forever.
almost like once you hit high school, you were all the same age.
Yeah.
It didn't fucking matter.
Right.
I mean, you showed respect to the older
To the
kids.
elders.
Yeah, to the elders, which were
Now-
19 and 20, but
Yeah.
like, whatever.
Now, what was the apartment?
Oh, good God.
Shit show.
It was straight.
It probably
was the
should have
same
been
time, though.
condemned. It probably should have been condemned, but we
Yeah.
were sitting in there
Dude,
partying.
I'm
till
talking
5
the
o'clock in
garage.
morning.
All right, say the
It was
garage.
the same time as the garage.
100%.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I was
Dude,
asking.
and here's the thing. They were 5 houses apart.
Nice.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Whoa.
But the best was
There was
that
one
they-
street separating us, but it was on the same side. The garage was...
Could you see it there when you were like, "Is there people upstairs at the apartment? Let's go over there."
Well,
At
here's
the
the
apartment.
So...
Give
so
them all
there's
the
a-
easy ones.
So there's a train station across the street and then the basketball court. They were directly across from the basketball court.
Yeah.
and we were 5 houses down from. Dude, a good arm could throw a vortex to the house.
Although
good
I can
arm.
throw a vortex
Well, then-
to the house from here.
and hit the window.
You can throw them bitches 200
But here's
yards.
the thing that was crazy, like, and I'm not like patting ourselves on the back, but like we were such a good time that like they would leave the apartment sometimes to come fucking.
Yeah,
to the
I was just
garage.
gonna say, what was better?
And they were pissed because we would lock the gate and they couldn't get in.
I would lock, yeah. So it was like a double gate, and we would lock and shit. They would try to jump it and shit. I think the thing is that there was always so many hot girls hanging out with us.
Okay.
And I'm not saying like
They were creeping.
super.
oh yeah, they were creeping super hard. All the hoes were creeping. Super creep, super creep. And
So-
it's not like I'm a pimp. It's not like I was hooking up with all of them. It's just a lot of hot girls having.
And they wanted to be inside, so
Well, they had an apartment building,
that's what I'm saying.
dude.
Oh, as opposed to going to the apartment, you're saying?
Yeah,
Were they
they
invited
would
to the
come-
apartment and they would come to the garage?
Yeah, we would just mismatch. We'd just go back and forth. Oh God, do we have?
What was better?
better?
What better stories? What has better
Garage.
stories?
Yeah.
Well, for us,
Garage.
definitely the garage.
Well,
I think
for
the
us, the
garage for
garage,
sure.
but
Yeah.
you asked them the apartment because they
Right,
were.
but I'm not asking them.
But they lived. They lived there.
They were also
They ain't
how
here.
old? They were like, you know
21.
what I mean? So they were in their
Right.
prime living there.
Yeah, they were
Right.
21, and they had their own bedrooms.
They
like, it
did
was
throw bangers.
Bangers.
to that
Fuck
apartment,
yeah, they
though.
threw bangers.
Bangers.
jungle juice in the bathtub. That was disgusting, but
Yeah.
fuck it. Dude,
Well,
it was
first
like
off, jungle juice.
stories.
Jungle juice tastes terrible.
Yeah.
Let alone in the bathtub. I tried to have jungle juice the other day. Not the other day. like a
I
year.
was sipping
like
on some jungle juice watching The Office the other
like
day.
last year, and I was like, "This stuff is fucking gross."
Oh, yeah.
That and Skippies. Remember Skippies?
Actually,
Oh,
I
dude.
like Skippy.
Do you
Skippy.
remember- I
When's
remember
the last
going
time
to-
you had it?
Awful.
Because I liked it too.
Awful.
Then I had it, and it's fucking horrendous.
So bad.
Don't ruin my memories, man.
Dude, I
was
remember going to a
Skippy's-
Skippy party and the dude was mixing it with an old hockey stick. And I'm just like, well,
Fuck
that
it.
could
Like,
have been why it was
great.
great.
With like grass and
Yeah,
shit in it.
yeah,
Like,
dude. I was like, dude, there's a kitchen here, you know? Like, we didn't have to use a fucking hockey stick. Still got like the tape on the butt end and stuff. He's just
and the
sitting
tape's
there.
coming off
Yeah.
too. So it's got all the
Dude,
E's.
and
And,
the cup.
there's nothing worse that smells worse than hockey pads. So you
Oh.
know that stick isn't anything good.
Still drank it though.
Yeah, fuck yeah, you still drank it.
Oh, because at the time you're like, "This is fucking good."
Yeah, man. I'm just happy to be
It's-
drunk.
Yeah,
God,
it's-
I feel like
it's
we're all
fucking
over
not.
the place. I feel really bad for the listeners.
This is
but
probably
like,
my fault.
no, this is great for me. So it's very selfish of myself, but I'm having a fucking blast. I love this. I know it makes no sense to anybody listening right now, and I apologize, but we'll try to break it
Let's-
down a little more.
Let's make Skippies this weekend for the Super Bowl.
Okay.
It's
What are
well,
you-
I don't know
what are you
how.
starting
I mean, I do
don't
have
know.
work Monday, so I don't know
Well,
if
then
I can recover
for
from
the
a Skippy
Saturday
night.
for the Saturday Super Bowl. So I don't know how you guys made it, but it was a handle of
A pop off.
vodka,
Yeah.
pop off, obviously because it's cheapest.
You threw a couple pop
Pock-
sockets in there.
Pop off. How many K's are in pop off?
It's a
And
V.
like what, 15 beers or something like that, 30 of beers,
30 of beers.
Yeah.
and
Pink
then
lemonade.
or lemonade, iced tea, pink
Disgusting.
lemonade.
Some
That just
old
sounds
sticky
fucking
cooler.
terrible.
It's gross, dude. It's fucking
So,
gross.
And then he would funnel it because he would get fucking. Oh, funnel it. He'll do anything to impress a girl. Stick it in my ass. Holy shit.
So what was next?
I don't know.
The
Kev, I
garage?
feel like we're missing
Well,
so
dude,
much.
the garage was a
You-
big span. But then, all right, as we start getting older, then Tav is definitely the next chapter.
You brought me my first time ever.
I
there.
did?
We drank Mad Elf in your basement.
Oh my
Mad
god!
Elf's been out that
Mad
long.
Elf.
Holy
Mad
shit!
Elf.
Oh, dude, we used to hang out at your house. We had parties at your house.
The basement was a spot for a while, playing pool and shit.
Yeah, then your basement would flood every time it rained.
Still drank it.
Still drank-
Put your feet up, guys.
Everybody take their shoes off at the top of the stairs. We're gonna drink in the basement. It's full of water.
Yeah, we had a couple of good parties there. The cool thing about that was the pool table because you could just drink and chill out with playing pool. But yeah, dude, Bert also
Tav.
used my fake ID for a minute too.
I don't know how, because we don't look
Nothing
lick
alike. Nothing alike.
Dark hair, 6'2",
Yeah.
I was like 5'0", 100 pounds soaking wet, blonde hair,
blonde hair.
no facial hair.
Bert said, "This ain't gonna work," and he said, "Why not?" He said, "I know 6'1".
Oh shit! I kick your
I
daddy's
remember
ass
just
all up
walking
down
in
that
there
dirt
and
wall.
like Aunt Viscu's bartending, and he'd be like, "Dude, I made this new drink." I'd be like, "What is these? Like Long Island? It's iced tea." I was like, "All right, let me get one." I'm like, "All right, sick." I'm
Yo,
face down on the fucking bar.
Fre-
like, in a
fresh,
fucking hour.
just hit the streets, Long Island, dude. Our fucking basketball coach was
I
the
was just
bartender.
gonna say that. Yeah.
I don't want to say
Both
his
of
name.
them.
I don't want to say his. I guess it doesn't really matter what his name was
Was he? That he was a bartender? Who cares? Oh,
He worked.
because he was
underage.
serving 15-year-old kids.
I mean, so was every other bartender in the Northeast. So
That's true.
I'll just leave his name out of it. But he was the good basketball coach. The other one can suck my balls. Fuck that.
Yeah, tell me which one after.
And both, but the funny thing is,
Yeah, you don't know.
the funny thing is, both of them listen to this podcast, and they're both saying, "I was
Yeah,
the good
right?
one.
Who
I was the
Yeah,
good
they
one."
both are texting each other like, yo, is he talking about me?
You think it's me or him?
So I
Well,
guess
only one of us worked at Tac.
I was gonna say.
yeah. So I guess it was Tac-Tav, and then you would end up at Knights of Columbus.
Knights of Columbus, dude.
Oh,
that was
Sons
the
of
best.
Italy. No,
after
Sons of
hours.
Italy.
Sons of Italy.
Yeah, yeah.
How dare
Best
you?
after hours
It was
spot.
only
Have you guys
upstairs.
talked about this here on the pod? I don't think you have.
No.
right?
No, that
All right,
hasn't
yo,
been
let's
brought up.
explain everything. All right,
Yeah.
so let's explain as a guest. Explain the Tacony Tavern.
Yes.
Because it was you had about 25 minutes to drink until the cops came.
Yeah. Tacony Tavern was a hole in the wall. Yeah, Tacony Tavern was a hole in the wall. It was no, I'm good. There was nothing to it. It was literally you walk in, it was a bar and that was it. There's like maybe 3 stools that people sat
And a
on.
dartboard.
Yeah, a dartboard. A jukebox that like worked sometimes.
when they plugged it in.
Yeah. But the thing was, like, you drank there until the cops came or until closing, and then the whole bar, as a big-ass group, all walked 4 blocks over to Sons of
Max
Italy.
capacity though, 100 people.
In
Oh,
the
they
Tac-Tav? Oh, yeah.
jammed them in
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
It
No,
was
and I mean
mob.
100 people is a lot, but you on the wall it probably said 45.
Why?
Yeah.
Why did the cops always come? Was there
Because
fights?
everybody in there drinking was. I don't think the only people 21 were the bartenders.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
no,
100%,
seriously.
100% true.
Yeah,
And then the old lady who owned it would come downstairs and scream at
She lived on
everybody.
top of the bar.
yeah.
And then you would end up at
You can only
Knights of
put on
Columbus
blurred lines so
with
many times
Sons
in
of
a row.
Italy, dude. Stop saying that.
Why do I keep saying fuck?
You can only put on blurred lines so many times in a row before the lady comes downstairs and starts kicking ass.
The best is someone puts like $20 in, plays like 5 songs, and then someone walks up and unplugs it, plugs it back in, so it starts over. Like, dude, what the fuck?
Nah, dog, you're done. I'm sick of that shit.
Your song choices sucked.
Yeah.
Who
You're
put
done.
$20 of
Yeah.
Hoobastank in here?
I've been crawling in the dark, looking for the answers. Oh shit! Oh fuck! I'm
So-
lightheaded.
So yeah, Tacony Tavern was again just everybody who played ball at Distant Rec or drank at the garage.
We go-
before-
yeah. Because we'd go like pregame and then hit the. I don't think we'd pregame at the garage at that point. I think that was all apartment. Then we would head to Tac
Yeah.
Tav.
Did you
Right.
did you
Or some
need a
people
fake
does.
ID for that, or was it like?
Not for Tacony Tavern. You pretty much needed to like just pay
Know
extra
somebody,
at Sons
yeah.
of
Because
Italy.
Pat,
Yeah.
Pat was the bouncer as we would walk in. I'm not going to
Yeah.
say his last name.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you knew a lot
Right.
of. Yeah, the bouncer was nobody.
But to get into Sons of Italy, you had to know somebody.
they buzz you in.
You had to open a door, and then you're in like a little square room.
they call it
and then
a
they
vestibule.
knock.
You had to look at the you had to look at the camera.
No, and the camera's literally
Look at the
looking
camera.
at you,
Vestibule.
and they would be like, "Nah," or they buzz you in.
And there was two. No, there was two of them. There was two of them. There was the Sons of Italy, and then there was a Yik Yak, and you had to get buzzed in for
Oh,
both of
dude,
them.
I never went.
I
the
never
Yik Yak
went to the
sucked.
Yik
I always
Yak.
did the Sons of
It was an
Italy.
ashtray as soon as you walked in.
That's
You know
a,
what sucks
that's
about
a
the Yik Yak?
baller, a baller move by Sons of Italy. To
Oh,
be
yeah.
Next.
If they didn't
Well,
look
no,
like the
well-
way you look, just
well,
nah.
well,
dude.
that's
Like, what are you talking about? I'm 45 years old. I said next. Get the fuck out of
Well,
here.
the thing is, the reason they're allowed to do that because it wasn't a bar; it's a club.
Yeah.
Right.
You
But-
go,
I like
you
it.
go to Yik Yak, you're drinking for a little bit, and then all of a sudden you pay first of all, you pay money to get in there too.
Yeah, which was
Members
ridiculous.
only.
But like if you go there at like 1 a.m. or something, you pay money, and then all of a sudden the lights come on like 2 seconds later, like, all right, everybody out, but you see half the bar going upstairs, and you're like, wait, is it closed or is everybody just going upstairs? They're like, nah, dude, it's closed. Just leave, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks
Like,
for
where's
the
everybody going? Dude, I just paid $20 to get in here. What the fuck?
thanks for the $15 cover. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, right. God damn.
Sons of Italy was dope just
Sons of
because
Italy was huge though. Yik Yak was small.
it was
There's buckets.
exclusive to be up there. Like everybody you knew from Tacony was there, and then they had didn't they have a pool table or a shuffleboard?
Yeah, they had a pool table.
That's some
and
shit.
and then they had the buckets were $10 buckets of ponies.
Yeah,
Were
beautiful.
fucking amazing.
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
it blows my mind though. I guess it's because I was just like young, like ready to go, but like I could never stay up that late anymore.
Oh, no. Thinking about that now, drinking till 6 a.m. in the morning.
Fuck no, dude. Like
Being at
literally,
Jelly
it
is a
hit.
pastry.
Well, I think now you
But
don't
I
even
was
want
over.
to.
What were you over last Saturday? Saturday. We were all the blood bet. Martin Luther King Eve. We were all
Yeah,
sitting there drinking,
that's
and
Sunday.
we were boozing. It hit like 12:30, 1 o'clock, and I literally like snuck out of my chair and just like went to bed.
Just pretend.
Chelsea's
pretend you're going to the
you know,
bathroom.
I started walking away, and Chelsea's like, "I know what you're doing." I was like, "No,
Just
no,
grabbing something.
No, I'll be right back." Yo, right to bed.
I got a phone call. I gotta take this. I gotta
Like
take this.
I can't stay up late.
Nah, dude, I'm the same way.
But like you don't
I'm
even
old
want
as
to
shit.
anymore. Like
No, there's
it's
no
not.
point. No.
I'd rather wake up at fucking
Dude, seriously.
9:30.
I think you know what my thing is. I think about the sooner I go to bed, the sooner I can eat breakfast.
Right, dude. I fucking love breakfast, dude.
The Athenian.
Oh my god, that's a whole other chapter.
I was there last week. Still great.
It's still
Oh, I'm
open.
sure.
Still great.
So me and Kev would wake up fucking hungover like fuckos. We'd walk to the Athenian, which was this. Is it a good
Hole in the wall.
Is it a good next to the gym?
diner?
Yeah, it's like you're the most stereotypical diner you've ever seen. Like it looks like it's like out of a movie diner.
Right.
But it's not big. It's like it's not made for a diner where it's like
No, yeah,
shiny
yeah,
and
yeah.
shit. It's like in the wall.
Yeah,
I was gonna say it's all. Is it all silver on the outside and shit?
No.
No, it's like it's in the wall of it. I would just get a double grilled cheese and just
Sit, dude.
how you
grilled cheese
doing? I dip
bacon.
it in ketchup like a fucking
Oh, God.
savage.
And do this for breakfast. Double
Yeah.
grilled cheese.
Well,
for
it
breakfast.
wasn't breakfast. You wake up at like 11:30.
Yeah, it's like 1:00 by the time I
God,
get
we're
there.
bouncing around. I feel bad. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to keep this on track, but
This is
Tac Tab. What else have happened? Who here has been arrested at the Tac Tab?
I
Oh.
was
I was
always a
gonna
little
say-
bit older.
okay,
I
just you?
got let go. Bert, I remember the one time they came in where you had my fake ID, and like I was literally it was me and one of it was I'm not gonna say her name, but one other girl were the only of age
Say her name.
people.
Who gives a fuck?
It was-
Sound like it.
yeah,
She
she was
probably
all of
does.
age, right? Why am I not saying her name? It was me and Kelly Sweeney were the only ones that were all of age at the time.
Did that make the story better?
So-
Ev?
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to know who it was.
Yeah. So we got let go, and everybody else had to like one at a time come up to give information or whatever. So I think it was Jay Nuss or Richie comes out, and we're like, "Yo, dude, here's your fake ID." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Bert had that." I was like, "How'd you get it?" It's like, "I don't know. It was just in the middle of the floor when the cops were walking by, so I gripped it up." Bert mostly got scared because they knew it would be fake, right? So Bert, yeah, this is Bert. He just tossed it on the ground.
Nah, Kev was
I
here.
was like,
Yo,
fuck, I was like
here's-
17. I'm like, I'm not getting called.
Here's
for
the
this
fucked
shit.
up
Fuck
part
that.
about it, though. All my real information is on it. So they would like,
Bert, you fucking
"Oh,
rat.
all right."
Swallow it, you
I
idiot.
remember texting you like, dude, I have a fake ID. What the fuck?
Guess
I
what?
ate
you-
it.
Guess what? You're not getting back. My fake ID.
Yeah, right.
You fuck.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh my god.
Go back to the garage.
That's fantastic.
They locked up like 20 something people that night.
A night.
And and
Did they get you that night?
yeah, they got me on that. But
What
my
did they
lawyer
do when
got
they
me
took
on
I
you?
never like was
No, they didn't
processed
take
or anything.
it.
I
They
didn't.
dropped
Nah.
it.
Oh, so they just kept you in the car or something like that?
No, they couldn't. There were so many people in there. They literally handed you
There wasn't
your
enough
ticket.
cars or
Oh, okay,
doors.
so
They
they
handed you your
Yeah.
ticket. Steph Gunio batted her eye, and she got out of that real fast.
So they just gave
No
you a ticket,
shit.
and then it was a.
She's
Court
like,
date.
are you in the vegan shampoo? I can help you out.
On that note,
Okay. All right, a little halftime already? Damn, dude, I'm just getting fired up.
you good?
What do we have?
We're at like
Damn, dude.
we're
This is going
rolling.
to be a 4-hour podcast.
Yeah, we guys cut the time on this, right? So because this might take a minute for me.
So
I haven't won.
well, first
come
off,
yet.
you hear the bell. What time is that? That's
Game time.
that's halftime.
Vader,
even though
time.
even though it's never halftime, it's always like we always do it at like 45 minutes, and then we go for like 2 hours. That's not halftime. I don't know why we keep doing it at 45 minutes.
We just need
But
to-
I guess
don't
that's
know,
my
I'm
fault.
feeling
I don't
good.
know. Whatever.
I was actually getting worried. We're off air, right? Are we still?
No,
No,
we're still on air.
Don't.
No, I was just gonna say I was getting worried for a sec that we're not gonna fit everything out. When he said we're 31 minutes in, I was like, damn, dude, I feel like I've been here for 3 seconds.
Well, here's the good thing, Kev.
This is chapter 1.
Kev, here's the good thing. You can come on whenever the fuck you want.
On this week's episode,
Yeah.
of Taccone
Of
Stories.
the
With
Kevin
Kev.
Ev Chronicles. That's so funny. It's so funny, too, that your name's Kev. Oh, Kevin Ev. And then,
Yeah.
of course, I come to Cinnamon and then I meet Kev McDevitt, and it's another Kevin Ev. I'm like, what is up with me and Kevs? We just really like
You're
to
just
get
drawn
after
to each other.
We just really like to get after it.
What is this, Cat in the Hat?
We're waiting
Alright,
for
so,
Ryan
like,
to pull
my
something
bad,
out of his
dude.
ass
My-
right now.
My bad, dude.
It's that Asian LeClaire jersey.
So we're getting ready to do tea time.
Okay. We just
in
want to
case
play
in case anybody didn't know,
All right, guys. This is when
halftime.
you either push the 15-second thing to fast forward,
Yeah, halftime. Halftime is tea
Go ahead
time.
and push it.
or you watch this all. This right here.
Anyway.
Oh, this is great. Use Lyft or Uber. Yeah. Lyft's cool. Yeah. Not that many rapists either. even introduce you yet. Why are you? What are you even saying right now, bro? What the? Who is this guy? Who is this man?
Let's go.
Welcome to the garage with Evan. No. I'm kidding. Welcome to the garage with Evan and friends. Follow us on Podcast Garage on Instagram. To my left, like always, the bald Eric Lindros, Mr. Ryan Riggis,
What's up?
Mr. Trenchcoat himself over there, videographer and whacking off in his own socks, Mr. Mike Bertolini,
Yo.
and all of his way from New Jersey. From
All this way from New Jersey?
all the way from New Jersey,
We're in New
hometown of
Jersey.
Tacony. One of the oldest friends I got. Haven't seen him in a decade. Mr. Kev Gallagher, everybody.
What's up?
All right, what do we want to come back to?
Well, we were just talking about how we went through the garage. We went through the apartment.
Guys, don't you
We
worry.
went
I know
through-
this is sloppy. Kev's going to be on again because there's no choice. But you had a story about...
Talk about being sloppy.
Right. Shut up. Kev,
I hear what you're saying,
No,
but shut up.
I get it, but shut up.
We'll let you finish, but
Yeah. I'm going to stop you there.
I'm going to let you finish.
I'm gonna stop you there. Shut up. You wanted to say a story about.
yeah. All right, yeah. Like you said, we got through the garage, we got through the apartment, all that bullshit. So around that same time, we actually came to a couple of house parties at your house, and then you told us about a house party of a neighbor of yours.
Classic.
I don't remember. Her
And
name.
I wasn't friends with them either. We don't have to say any names.
Okay. So
But I
this-
wasn't very close with them either. We were freshmen. I was like, oh, let me try to fit in. You know, blah blah
were
blah.
they freshmen too?
They were grade above. They were your grade.
Okay. Yeah. So you told us about.
If you
this
knew where I
party.
live and one of my neighbors, you'll figure it out if you're from around here. If not, then whatever.
Yeah, you told us about this party. We were at your house. I think we had like maybe two
My-
two beers.
Well, my
like,
basement was, or my room was in the basement.
Yeah.
So my drawers were filled with beer, so we can just be like, yo, how you doing?
Yeah, we had like 2 beers. Wait for like that text to come through. Like, yo, it's okay to come over.
That's when like Bud Light was blue and silver, like those old cans, and then the Miller Lite cans were goofy looking too.
Yep. So.
And your parents were like, why are you guys coming up to go to the bathroom all the time?
Well, luckily I was
Shut
in
up.
the basement, and then the bathroom was right there. So I mean, I was the youngest of 4. My parents didn't give a fuck anymore at
Right.
that point.
Yeah. So we go over to the party, walk in the door, and literally walked in a line through the door, and all of a sudden felt someone on our back. Happened to be the cops.
They were like, thanks for helping us in.
Kev was holding the door for the cops.
Yeah. I got that. You got that? All right, cool. So he.
Wait,
Come
this
on-
guy-
come on in, guys.
YMCA's coming in. Right? The
Yeah.
village people are walking in behind me.
They go, don't bother running, or whatever. And before they can even finish the sentence, don't bother running, everybody in the house just
Took off.
Took off.
Every window in the house was like,
Dude, there's a sliding door in the back for people were running out there. So we all stayed still. We didn't have one beer in there. Like we were innocent.
I literally walked upstairs. I'll say who gave it to me. Matt Cullen. Shout out to Matt Cullen. He was like, Ev, try this.
Shout out. Help me out.
But-
Thanks, brother.
Well, he's not going to get in trouble for it. So he was like, oh, Ev, try this, blah, blah. And it's not like we were
beer.
cool. Try this. It's beer. But like I get.
You ever
I
hear
did
of
a beer-
Bud Light?
Yeah, I did a beer funnel, beer bong, whatever you want to call it. I did that, and next thing you know, there's cops coming, and it was an explosion of people going everywhere.
Bodies just flying everywhere. So we like calmly walked out with one of the cops out the front door, and all of a sudden you see, I don't know, you knew who it was, I didn't know him. Some dude tries to deer hop over the bush that was in front of her front door. A cop catches him mid-air in a total
shit.
Goldberg spear. And that's when all of us kind of just like looked at the cop who was like maybe like a foot away from us, and we just
And he was like,
darted
"Fuck."
in every direction.
All we needed-
Yeah, this dude took one for the team.
Yeah.
We're out. The
That dude got
sacrificial
cut
lamb.
in half by a fucking spear. But yeah, so I ran God knows where in Cinnamons, and I'm fucking wandering.
There's no street lights.
Yeah, no street, pitch dark.
Not only that, but you don't live here,
Yeah,
so
no
you're
idea.
not like I'm by a blue house.
Yeah.
I don't know where the
Oh,
fuck
the
am
blue
I?
one.
No
Okay.
fucking
Yeah,
idea. Yeah.
you're like
So I'm just walking. I'm texting them like, "Yo, you get away, you get away, you get away."
I'm in
no,
my basement
no
in my bed,
responses.
like,
I'm like,
I'm
"Oh,
driving here all
they
night."
got shot. So I'm wandering. All
they're
of a sudden-
dead. They're all dead.
Yeah,
Fuck.
I'll just walk across the Tacony Bridge. So I'm walking.
That does it all the time. So
So I'm walking, a plainclothes dude just walks up, and he's like walking towards me, but like he didn't look like it. He had his hands like in his pockets and everything. So I was like, hey, what's up? He's like, nothing, man. And he's like, where are you coming from? I was just like, I'm just going to the store or whatever. Said something stupid like that.
Going to the store.
All of a sudden,
Yeah.
I feel a hand on the back of my collar. I'm like, oh man, dude.
I don't think you're supposed to touch me like
yeah,
that.
this dude throws me up against a car and just goes, dude, don't run, dude. You're caught. Whatever. He's like, I'll catch you. Don't run. It's like, all right. So
I was
he
like,
just,
I don't know if you will.
Yeah,
though.
I was gonna say.
I got away once.
Are you sure?
Here's the thing: my laces are tied, so
Are you
I'm
sure?
ready to go.
Because if we go right now, I don't know if you'll catch me.
So he walks
Let's
me
test
back.
it out. Race to the tree.
Yeah. Right. So he walks me back to a cop car, puts me in the back of the cop car, but didn't cuff me. So like I had my hands free. He didn't check my pockets or anything. Just threw me back there while he like played that same old trick on some other asshole. So I'm in the back of the cop car and I'm texting
You're banging on the
Ev.
window.
old
Yeah.
Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it.
I'm texting Ev and I'm like, dude, I was like, did you guys get away or whatever? He's like, yeah, we're all in my house drinking. I'm like, are you fucking serious? What are you talking about, dude?
I'm in my basement.
Yeah, like he's
I'm playing
chilling.
Call of Duty. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Where you at?
Everyone ran and Ev just walked next door.
I live here. I was just
Yeah.
checking on. I
I
heard
jumped
noise.
from my roof to their roof to my roof.
Did you? So I
Parkour.
texted him. So he's like, dude, where's the cop car? I'm like, it's right out front of the house we just got caught in. What are you
Come
talking
open the
about?
door.
What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, he's like, all right, dude, just stay there. And all of a sudden, I see Ev's dad walking towards me because all the cops are on like the other side of the house. I see Ev's dad walking towards the cop car, and there's no cops in sight. I'm like, oh my god, what is this dude doing?
Break me out.
He opens the door. He goes, come with me.
Oh.
Like, what? So I get out of the car. All of a sudden, the cop's like, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? And he's like, oh, this kid's staying in my house. I'm responsible for this kid. I'm taking him in my house. He's like, no, he was in the cop car. What are you talking about?
Can't you take him out of the cop car,
yeah,
sir?
yeah, what do you mean? He's
Nah,
like,
I got him.
He's like, no, I'm responsible. He was staying in my house, and I'm responsible. He's coming with me. They're like, no, he's not. Like, he's under arrest.
Yeah.
So look, his dad went back, whatever. My parents had to come pick me up, whatever. Nothing ever came of it though. Like,
No,
they
nothing
pretty much.
happened.
I told him, I was like, you guys followed me in, like, I wasn't drinking in there.
Yeah.
So they ended up just having my parents pick me up. It was no big deal, but
Your dad was pissed.
he was all right. But like your dad walking up and taking me out of a cop car.
But here's the thing, like,
Well, if anybody knows my dad, that is not outrageous
That's
at all.
standard.
No, that's
That is
normal.
not a weird thing for him to do.
but I feel like
Nah, I got him.
you get away with so much more. Like when you're an adult, you're like,
yeah.
no, he's coming with me.
Yeah,
And
well,
the
what are
cop's
they-
like,
what-
oh shit. Like,
What are they going to do to my dad?
Exactly.
yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I mean. Like you. No.
You're corrupting a investigation here. Like, shut up.
No.
I remember seeing him walk up there. I was like, this dude has the biggest balls I've ever
I can see him
fucking
hanging.
Yeah, dude.
And if anybody knows my dad, he's 5'5", 160 pounds of this pure twisted metal. Just he was the guy holding the wheels in twisted metal, just cruising, cruising through.
Axel.
Axel. He's holding the wheels.
Oh my god.
Jay Nuss was with us.
Yeah, Jay Nuss was there. I don't know how the fuck I'm the only one who got caught, and you guys
Because
all
you were
just like,
faster than me in a foot race.
I was just about to say the fastest one out of all of us.
Yeah.
brutal.
Well, that's the problem because you didn't know where to
I did the
run.
Right,
worm. I did
exactly,
the worm
yeah.
home. I was
Yeah,
like,
you
"God,
guys were all like, "Oh, dude, his house is right here. I'll just go in here." I'm like, I don't know where I am.
But not only
we're
that,
playing multiplayer downstairs. Call of Duty 2.
I'm in the
Not-
back of a cop car.
not only that, if you're slower than Ev, you can follow Ev.
That's true.
But if
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
faster,
yeah.
you're
No,
like,
I was
I'll
like,
talk to you later.
Yeah, pretty much. I was like, Ev's gonna get arrested. I'm gonna burn this cop real quick.
Right. Ain't nobody catching me.
Yeah.
I was fucking.
Hit the fucking turbo
I
jet.
was just slipping and sliding.
Guess who would be up and down that Spartan Run mountain? Kev.
We'll see.
Back then, maybe
Well,
60 pounds ago.
I'm saying if there was no obstacles, you
Yeah,
just
right.
got to run.
Um,
Just a full sprint. Go.
God, that's hilarious. Shit. You know what's funny? Because you came to Jersey and then you got busted, but like we never had any problems at the garage.
No, none.
Cops never
None.
showed. There would be like helicopters flying around because like there's murderers all around the place and running from the cops.
Well,
and
that's
shit.
the difference. That's the difference between being in Cinnaminson versus.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there was like helicopters and they put the spotlights on us in the garage, but like they weren't looking for
No,
us.
no.
Like there was just like, literally cops would drive by and like they didn't care. Like if nobody called and complained, like I said though, we were 200, 300 feet
Yeah,
off
we
the
were
street.
secluded. I remember if someone was out taking a piss or something and they heard like or saw a cop car drive by, they would kind of be like, "Yeah, there's a cop car. Like, shut up, or whatever." I'd hide like under like a fucking table saw or whatever was in there.
Like the cops would come in and be like, "Oh, nobody here."
Fuck, if he comes in, I'm turning it on.
This is obvious.
Yeah! Fuck you! I'll turn this fucking thing on. I swear to God, I'll turn this fucking thing on.
Bert's like in between a sawhorse, acting like he's fucking like.
We're like, Bert, we can see you. What are you doing?
Is that a stud with a nose? What's his face is running out the bathroom with his fucking condom. Running down the street with him with a condom. Oh, shit.
God, I'm sweating. Sweat laughs.
Oh,
So-
fuck.
So we need to get to
Vince
you
the
guys
plunger.
didn't finish the Tarantino. We
Oh,
didn't get
man.
to the end.
Well, one more thing before the Tarantino is Chris Lutz's party.
Well, oh my God. Okay, so the garage was in.
Bert just perked
I
up.
literally got ripped out the fucking front door of that
Well,
party.
fuck you, did. You let the cops in.
Yeah, they were like, "Yo, you're Chris Lutz." I was like, "No." They're like, "Yeah, all right."
Yeah.
Pull me right out the front
All right,
fucking
hold on.
door.
Don't open the door.
Let me paint you a picture for this. So, we didn't even mention this. So, Chris Lutz is one of our other boys, and he's going to be on soon. He was 3 houses from the garage.
Yeah.
He was my neighbor because next to the garage was my parents' actual house. So, if you were to do it down, so Chris was on my right, or whatever, however you want to look at it, either way. But the garage was sandwiched in between Chris's house and the garage, and they were all 2 houses apart. So it was fucking mayhem. like-
Wait, the garage was between Chris's house and the garage?
And the apartment, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So all of us were right there with each other, and we'd have parties at his house too. He had a fucking banging house too.
Another 3-story house.
Oh, banging.
Right? Was
Yeah.
it 3? Yeah.
Well, it was 3 stories and then the basement because it was like
Yeah.
up on that hill next to Our Lady of Consolation. How you doing? Right next to the fucking parking lot.
Parking lot.
Oh, dude, there's just so many memories. It's
So
like,
Chris Lutz's party.
Yeah, Chris Lutz's party.
Yeah,
So
dude,
this
Chris
this
Lutz's
party
party.
wasn't at that house though.
Was this before
This was
Judge
Fairless
Dance?
Hills.
This was
Fairless
This is
Hills.
Fairless Hills.
Oh,
Me and Chris were literally just
shit.
talking about this, like Saturday, like
Yeah.
literally just talking about like how
It was my.
it was the
16th
first
birthday.
time. It was the first time in like a while that we had people that came in that weren't from like the Tacony
Yeah.
crew,
Right.
and
This is the first time I was officially arrested.
yeah, everybody
Since
got
my
out of that
16th
besides
birthday.
me and you.
Yeah.
My
Let's break it
license
down.
was
Let's
suspended.
break it down then.
All right,
Break down the
so
story.
Well, dude,
So-
this
yeah,
was
you can
this
start
was
again.
the first party where I remember at one point during the party I looked around and I remember
This
thinking
is 40
like,
minutes from Tacony.
yeah. But I remember like we're drinking everything. Everybody, there's like a fucking Kings game going over here, Kings Cup game going over here. There's Flip Cup. There's beer.
I thought we were
pong
talking
over there.
basketball. I was like, why were
Yeah,
y'all
right.
watching a Kings game?
No, this was.
Vlade Divac was killing it
Oh
in
yeah,
the
Mike
post.
Baby was the man. No, but he had a big ass fucking
Big
house.
ass house. And
Beautiful
a big
house.
yard. Big yard.
Beautiful
too.
house.
I remember looking around thinking like, man, this is the first party I've ever been to where like this is like you said, like Project X or whatever, like out of control.
Great
party.
house. Great house
Yeah,
he had.
banger he had there. So yeah, everything was going well. There's shit like everybody I feel like I've ever met from Tacony was there, and then this is actually like later in the night when shit started going down. Like,
Yeah, I was asleep.
everybody, yeah,
Yeah.
me and you were
Ooh.
sleeping,
Mhm.
and then all of a sudden I woke up to a flashlight coming through the window and going, "Yo, open the door." I'm like, "All right."
no,
Sure.
even before,
Yeah,
dude,
you
you were there.
opened the door?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
hold on,
I
I'll
opened the
get to
door, they
Bert.
pulled me out front.
Shut your mouth.
I swear to God.
dude. Hold on. Before that even happened,
I was in the
they were-
basement.
That's where I
Got
was.
it.
Yeah, you were you on? Nah,
I was in
someone
the
under
first.
bed.
No, I was in
No,
the
I
same
was
bedroom
in
as
bed.
him.
Yeah.
I was in the same bedroom because Shane had put me to sleep
Right.
right next to him.
Okay, well, yeah. Well,
But dude, before
yeah, I was put
that
to
even
sleep like I
happened,
always was.
they were there for
Day in
a
the life.
while, being like, "Yo, open the door." They were going to each window, shining it for a while, and everybody was just playing dead on the floor, like or like behind like a curtain or something.
They don't move.
Yeah.
Don't leave. Don't move. Don't leave.
Cops are like dinosaurs. If you stay still, they can't see you. But yeah, dude, they were there for I'd say a good 25 minutes. Just them outside, no one opening
Right, because
the
you can't
door.
just let them in.
So we're all in the basement, and we're all just like, dude, just don't fucking move. Don't move, whatever. And people are just like, oh my God, I'm so scared. Like, you hear like whispers in the dark. Like, you don't even know who's saying it. Yeah, don't move. And all of a
He
sudden,
dies if I push this button.
all of a sudden, we all hear Bert upstairs. We hear his voice like, what? Who's there?
Bert, don't do it.
Yeah, Rick,
don't
we're
do
all
it.
saying like, no, Bert, go back to bed, Bert, go back to bed.
Bert was the first bird box where you opened up the door and they just took him away.
Bert, no.
Don't do it, Bert. Yeah. And then that's when it happened. Once the door opened, they just all came in. Everybody's acting like, "What? The cops are here?" They're like, "Dude, we just saw you through the window." Fucking give us
I
the
remember
finger.
coming in though because they left us outside, and then they had all of you guys sitting in there, and I walked in. I remember being like, "Yo, what the fuck happened?" And he's like, "So who did it?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking know. I was sleeping. You
I
guys
was like,
woke
oh
me
shit,
up."
somebody killed
But
somebody.
then we start looking around. They're like, "We didn't do nothing." I'm like, "Everybody's soaking wet right now. What
Yeah.
the fuck did you do?" They're like, "Yeah, they decided to pool hop the 3 neighbors, right?"
Well, it was
But they broke the fence, is what.
That's
yeah.
what it was. The fence broke when they pool hopped. It was the neighbor next door, and then oh my God, I remember when it happened. When some people were pool hopping, I was in it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
What's the fucking difference?
Yeah, what's the statute of limitations? They
Yeah.
can't arrest me now.
No, you already went
I-
to court.
Yeah,
so
right.
yeah.
Actually, I already
We all
got
went to
tried
court for it,
yeah.
so who gives a shit?
I didn't.
Yeah, so
Yeah, because me and you paid the fine.
Yeah, me and him paid the fine and got
$400
so
fine.
did I. I paid that fine. $410 fine.
Yeah, but you guys got it off your record. Me and him got our license suspended.
Yeah.
When we hit 16,
Yeah, I didn't start
it was
driving until I was
suspended
20.
It was suspended
God
from the
damn.
time we turned 16.
Oh no.
Damn, we were that fucking young. Holy shit, I was 15.
God damn.
Yeah, it was my 16th birthday. I remember we went up there.
Holy shit.
And
I
you
didn't know
look at that now, and you're like, or at the time, you were like, come on. We were just jumping in some pools.
Yeah.
Now you're like, dude, I gotta replace that fucking fence.
Dude,
you
that's-
piece of
Oh, if
shit.
someone broke my fucking white
That's what
vinyl
I'm saying,
fence,
you know how pissed you'd
I'm
be?
beating the
so
fuck
pissed.
out of you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're assholes, definitely for
But
sure.
at the time, you were like, dude, seriously, how much is a fence? $20? Like what?
Yeah.
Now you're like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's $2
Yeah.
grand, bitch.
You get out here on a Saturday
And
and
you go
you
out there and
fix
you
that.
find that fucking dog.
Yeah, but how funny was that court hearing or whatever? Everybody from the
We weren't
party.
there.
I didn't go. We
God,
just
yeah, what
confessed.
I'm
We
saying.
were just like, yeah, all right.
Dude,
we
so the
took
court
it.
hearing was everybody from the party, and thank God, fucking,
That's
Could you
awesome.
imagine
That's
30
awesome.
kids?
thank God, Jay Millionaire Nuss fucking he hired like a lawyer and everything, and his lawyer pretty much just represented like all of us, and went up there. And
This
was
is
just
my
like,
team.
dude, yeah. Yeah.
My team behind me.
So he's the one who got it because originally it was something worse. It was a worse charge, and he got it down to like something stupid. And I remember I'm sitting there with my dad. Lutz is there with his dad. Everybody's there with their dad. And then yeah,
It was Lutz's house, so I could imagine that was probably like.
Remember his
Jesus Christ.
grandpa came in?
Yeah, his grandpa yelled at me.
Fucking
God.
assholes. Can't believe you. Where the fuck's Chris at? I was
Well,
like, dude,
yeah,
I just need to
that's-
get the
Well,
fuck
the
out
best
of
is
here.
his grandpa looked at me. He's like, "Yeah, Lewis." That's what he called me because obviously, like, yeah,
Right, you go by your last name.
Lewis, you ain't gonna be smiling like that when your dad comes. I was like, "Fuck."
no, I ain't.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
was like, "No, you're right." I'm trying to play it cool, like, "Oh, nothing's gonna happen." He's like, "Lewis." I was like, "Fuck," and his grandpa's fucking 6'6".
Yeah, I was gonna say
The
everybody in
deepest
that
voice
fucking
ever.
family.
Lewis. I was like,
Bert, did you let his grandfather in too? You're like, come on in, everybody.
Nah, I shut the door in his face. That's why I was pissed.
"No, he was there."
You let everyone. Yeah.
Speaking of Lutz's grandfather, do you remember when we all had to move Lutz out of the house on Keystone? So we were all moving him or whatever. I forget who it was. I think it was actually like Kev Horvey or whatever. We're up on the 3rd floor with me. We were taking boxes and shit down. And it was Lutz's dad was like, yo, Kev, grab the air conditioner.
Oh,
You remember this?
Fuck
You
yeah.
remember this?
I wasn't
Absolutely.
here for
Killing
this.
Mr.
my
Misley?
God. So they don't fucking...
A window unit.
A window unit air conditioner. They don't screw it in.
No,
So
you just sit it on the fucking.
Yeah. I opened the window. This shit
And you killed the Mr.
starts
Mista
falling
lady.
out the window. I grab it, and it's dangling out the window. Thank God, John Horvey actually dives across the fucking room.
Kid had a set of biceps on him too. so
Dude,
good for
oh
that.
my God. He fucking grabs me from behind, and I'm sitting there. I swear to God, my arm was coming out of its socket. And we pull it up. I look below me. His grandpop's just chilling below me. 3 stories below me, just chilling there with like an iced tea or something weird. And dude, he would have been dead. He would have died for sure.
Of course.
For sure would have died.
Holy shit.
It's one of the scariest moments of my life.
Could you imagine?
Oh my God.
Dude, thinking of like,
Hey, how'd your
close-
grandpa die?
Kev
Kev.
Kev Gallagher?
Kev dropped a fucking.
Like,
Why do you think he moved to Marlton?
if you think of like, if you go back and
No
think
one's
of,
supposed to know where he lives right now.
if you go back and think of any like close death encounters, it's so freaky.
So scary.
And I'm
Imagine-
not talking about the times. There's been plenty of times when I've been in the car with like drunk drivers, and I'm just like, ooh. Like I'll wake up the next morning, I was like, ooh. Like
Yeah.
I never drive, but I've been in cars with people. I'm like, ooh, he wasn't good to drive.
Yeah, yeah.
But at least
Imagine.
it
Didn't we
wasn't
talk
me.
about that before? Like, if you went to heaven or hell,
Yeah, that was one of his
And-
top fears.
right? And they showed you all of the
What you
close-
could have been or what you didn't do.
no. They showed you all the close death
Close
encounters,
calls, yeah. Mhm.
and you're like, holy shit! I didn't know there was a pickup truck 2 inches from me when I was walking across
Well, I
the street.
remember- yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I remember
that-
I almost dropped a 5-gallon bucket of rocks on Tommy Morgan's head. We were doing like a thing. I was like, ooh, I could have just killed Tommy Morgan.
imagine, dude.
What's the closest you ever came to like one of something like that?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like there's
I don't
so
know, it
many times
depends
where
when
you,
it's
like,
weird.
Tommy Morgan might not have even known.
No,
His
yeah.
We
grandpa
know
might not have
he's-
even
right.
known.
Mhm.
Like, where you're like,
I don't
oh
know,
shit,
it
I didn't know Kev was dangling out the window with an
One
air
hand.
conditioner
One
above
hand.
my head.
But I'm saying, like, how many times have I been completely fucked up and I didn't know I was close to
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
And I mean, like substance-wise, where your body's like, yo, your body's holding on by a thread right
It's gonna
now.
shut down.
Mhm.
Like, and that's something you'll never know. But like when you're in a car and somebody blows through a red light and you're just like,
Yup.
Right.
Scary as shit, dude. I don't even like thinking about it, to be honest with you. It's scary.
but the worst is like there's times where like honestly I'm not just saying this because I'm on mic. I'm very good at not drinking and driving because I know I get fucked up too much. So I know I'm like every time we start drinking,
You
I'm
can't.
like guys, I'm out. You
Yeah,
know
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not driving.
Right.
But like I had no. I would never think twice and be like, oh yeah, sure, I'll just hop in the car with anybody. Like
Right.
I always thought the other person was 100%
Fine.
okay.
Yeah,
right.
you
And
trust them.
of course they weren't. Like I would trust anybody. I'm like, oh fuck it,
Yeah.
I'll sit on the roof of the car. I don't give a shit. As long as I'm not driving, I'm
you want
good.
to put me in the bed of the truck? What do you want to do?
Yeah. But like you think about that shit, you're like,
Dude.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like somebody would have to tell you all of the times that you were so close.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, cause you can't remember all the times that you were that close.
Well, now you remember. You don't even know.
Right.
Like, yeah, yeah.
Right.
It's crazy.
Right, like I've said, if you're in the car with somebody and you're drunk, you're not paying attention, and a car just misses them
Yeah.
because they ran through a red light.
And
You
you're
didn't
probably
even
on your
notice.
phone texting or whatever. You don't even
Exactly,
see it.
and
Yeah.
you're just chilling, and you're like, "Holy shit, we almost died, but you didn't even fucking know." How about that?
Can you think of any?
How about that, Bert?
I don't have any that like I'm
Nah.
thinking all the time. I mean,
I was just
I
trying to
did
think
something
of
to
it.
myself that I was like inches from my artery from dying.
What?
I put my foot through a storefront window.
Why?
Blacked
not?
out of my mind.
Why not?
That's
Kev?
true. Why? That,
Blacked out
that
of
was
my
a dumb
mind.
question.
Who
Say-
hasn't done that?
Yo, can you cut that out? That was a dumb question.
Blacked out of my mind.
Oh man.
Yeah, and they said
'Cause
that
you were
I
trying
was
to steal
literally
shit.
I was like a puncture like they said like millimeters from like your artery.
It's always that close. Like, I feel like they're always maybe because I see
that's
it in
not the
movies
wor-
all the time. But
That's not even
In
the
every
worst
movie
part,
I
though.
watch, it's that
Yeah.
close.
The worst part is
if it
that I
was
went
an inch to the left, you would have been dead.
I went to the first ER and they told me that they couldn't sew me up. They're like, some reason they can't do something, blah blah blah. So they're like, we're just gonna put you, in a bandage, send you home. So I went home, and then I stood up to go get a drink on crutches, and I felt like all pressure on my leg. I looked down, I'm bleeding. I get rushed to the ER again. Now I'm at Frankfurt area on nights.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, because you're not going to go back to the same one. They're going to be
Yeah,
like,
not gonna go back to the
"Did you
same
take
one."
the bandage
So
off?"
then,
Yeah, right.
so then they pull it out or whatever. They're looking at it. They're like, all right, well, we're gonna skin glue you, basically super glue your like your hole shut, because they said what's hanging out my leg right now
Whoa.
is muscle. It'll fall off. I'm like, all right,
Oh,
cool.
dude.
So my mom's like, you know what? We're gonna go to a surgeon and go see what. He's like, dude, you might lose your leg. Like, oh, well, not your leg, like the bottom part of your leg. He's like, because that's your tendons hanging out of your leg right now. And like, so when he
Holy
opened me
shit,
up, he's
dude.
like, oh, and by the way, you were like this close from hitting your artery on your leg.
God. Now, when you kicked it, did it like shatter, or was it like Pineapple Express where his leg gets like
No, I like kicked.
stuck in the window?
I soccer kicked the front like picture a storefront window like
Yeah,
up
yeah.
into it,
Okay.
and then I pulled all the glass out.
That's fucking gross.
Yeah, I was like,
We're going to cut out that whole story.
I was
That's
like,
gross.
I was like 4 years ago.
That was the other
5 years
day.
ago, I
I
think.
did that on Thursday. What's today?
I
You
feel
wanna-
like we had to get into the top 5.
I was just going to say, you want to get in the top 5 now?
Let's do it.
All right. I'm just saying we're not done.
Not even close.
We didn't even touch the surface.
We didn't even hit the pool parties.
We didn't hit the pool parties.
That's why I fucking got a mic.
Oh
Then we
my
didn't even
God.
talk about the
No,
fucking
he
pool
didn't.
parties.
Dude.
We have a
Nah,
lot to
another
touch.
ones.
We have a lot to touch on. But Kev Part Dukes, Part 3, Part 4 will all be here. Because we can mix it up because Richie and or Chris
I was just
coming-
gonna say, dude. Next time
you
they
come on with Chris. because we didn't even talk about. Oh my God, we did Quentin Tarantino. We didn't even get to the.
That's what I said. You didn't get to the end.
They were real quick before the top 5, or nah, we don't have enough time.
Yeah, get into the end. We gotta close up the story.
All right, go ahead. You lay the groundwork, and I'll chime in with details.
I don't know if I can.
So
Yeah, you
let's
were a little.
well. So first off, let's refresh the actual.
Go ahead. No,
you'll
the
get
guest,
into the
Kev.
ending.
Go ahead.
All right. So I had a house party at my house, and, and it wasn't a lot of people. Like I
At a
said,
house party. My house.
it wasn't a lot of people. It was maybe just like 7 people, right? It was like me, you, Lutz, couple girls were there. Wasn't like not like a rage or whatever.
Right.
Party started there. We were drinking there all
Was
night.
your cousin
whatever.
Ann there? I feel
Yeah.
bad that we didn't bring up Ann.
Yeah, Ann was there.
Ann's the shit, and we didn't bring her up.
I bet you she
Yeah.
listens to the podcast. I haven't talked to her in a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Shout out to Ann.
Mm-hmm.
I always loved Ann.
So she, we were all,
Annie, we used to call her.
yeah. So
Ev, shut up.
Thank you, Ev, for shutting up, Ev.
so we
How
drank.
many ways can you say Ann?
God damn.
Dude, mute his fucking mic.
Yeah. So we drank there all night, and then we ended up going to Ron Tarsdale, that keg. Someone told us like, oh, there's this keg over there, and we were, I guess we were running out of beer or something. So we go to that keg. That's where I think you got really, really fucked up. Like worse than the rest of us, me and Lance. That is all 3 of us. And I don't know.
I don't know why you guys are playing the innocent card. Because keep going. Because
yeah.
I have some shit
All
to
right,
say
all right.
about you.
All right, so you were definitely more fucked up leaving.
What else is new?
Leaving that party than we were. So we head back to my house, and before you got home, me and Lutz got home first, and Lutz was so tired or something, so he went to go to sleep up in my room or whatever. So I go up there, I'm like, dude, get up. We got to find Ev. We didn't know where you were. We got to find Ev. So I turn around, and all of a sudden, to this day, he denies it. He swears he didn't do it. Chris pushes me down my back steps.
Yeah, okay. All right, you're getting to the good point. I was going to say, if you leave this part out,
Yeah.
you're a stone cold liar.
Legit pushes me down a flight of steps where I am going over.
So
to
Why?
to paint a picture for everybody, so Kev's house was a pretty big house, but it's a, what do you call it, twin?
Twin,
Yeah.
yeah.
But his bedroom was above the kitchen, but his kitchen was in the back of the house. So you could get into Kev's bedroom if you went through the back of your driveway into the kitchen door, and then you can go right up your
There's
steps.
2 staircases. So
He had
Okay.
2 different staircases in his house.
So there's stairs in the back of the house that go directly up to your
To my
room.
room.
Okay.
Right, into the
Yeah.
hallway. So, like, his bedroom was right above the kitchen. So, like, if there was any nonsense and his parents were making breakfast, like, they heard us, which was annoying. But, like, whatever. Anyway, he got shoved down the stairs by Chris Lutz.
Bad.
Why?
Chris, if anybody who doesn't know Chris Lutz, he'll be on this podcast soon. He's
Just-
6'5".
6'5".
But he was
easily.
just joking, like he was just.
6'5", 250
To
pounds.
this day, he's like, I never touched you. He's like, you just fell. You just fell down.
You
the
clumsy
steps.
ass motherfucker.
I'm like, dude, I got launched down there. Like, I didn't just like trip and like tumble down the steps. Like,
If I fell down the steps, why'd I miss the first 4?
When's
yeah, right.
When's the last time you talked to Chris about this?
Yeah, probably 5 years.
I love it.
Yeah.
Come on, Gab, bring it
5
up.
years.
Because he's going to come on with his rebuttal.
He's
Tell
got to
me-
defend himself later.
And then I'll box his giant fucking ass.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I get up, and of course, like, drunk muscles, whatever. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Get the fuck down here. And he comes down playing stupid. Like, I didn't touch you. So me and him are getting ready to, like, square up in my kitchen. And I'm so fucking pissed off. Instead of punching him, I turn around, and I punch a hole right through my kitchen wall.
Nice.
Like, my arm goes all the way through my kitchen wall. And then that's when the fucking murder show walks in. Ev Lewis squirting blood out of his hands like he's fucking Spider-Man. Literally, like, projectile blood, like, on walls, all over my furniture. Oh, like, my fucking kitchen is white floors, by the way. Just blood all over. And he's like, just give me a rag, whatever.
That's all I need.
Yo, so I give this dude, I'm like, yeah, I'm giving you a fucking rag. You didn't clean this shit up. So I give him a rag, and
Wait, why was he bleeding?
We'll get to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So as he's wiping up like a blood spot, that same hand is shooting blood where he just wiped.
Further out.
So fine, Lutz is fine. Dude, he's like, dude, just stop. Well, he's like, just get out of the house or something, dude. You're a pool of blood.
Go to the hospital.
Yeah, like what is
We'll
happening?
clean this up.
Well, first of all, how did this happen? And
Right.
why is it happening? So yeah, so Ev is just shooting blood all over my house, every floor of my house, by the way. And then And then what? I honestly, I don't remember what happened after that. Like, where did you go? Did you stay at my house that night?
Yeah, I slept in your bed because there was
Great.
blood. Your whole bed was full of blood. Your whole sheets. And your parents were gone for the weekend, and
Yeah.
you thought it was smart not to wash your sheets.
No. That's not how they call it.
And
Called me.
apparently you didn't shower either because there was blood all over your shower.
Yeah, there was blood on my. That's how they call it. They call it because there was blood on my shower. But the first thing my dad realized was he parked in front of like the next block, and there was a legit trail of blood going up a whole block and making a right up my driveway and into my house. They literally found their way home like fucking by a trail of blood.
This
And
is my
even
first
like,
homicide.
What the fuck happened? And then there was blood all over the shower. Places I didn't think you went. That's the thing. I didn't think you went that many rooms.
You didn't shower at all?
You legit hit every room in my house and was just like squirting blood. Like wrote your name on the wall.
Just stuck his fist out and just let the blood squirt all over the walls. Okay, all right, this one's good. Next room.
Feel free to fill in any details. I still don't even know the full story.
No, you did pretty good.
So you were squirting blood.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know why I left your house. You guys, I left when he pushed you down the stairs.
Right.
There was something going on. Something happened
Yes.
that, like, I was frustrated, and I was like, I can't deal with these two fucking guys anymore.
Yeah.
And I took, like, a walk. And this is, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning.
Best time to take a walk.
It's true.
Well,
Especially in Tacony.
I took a walk from your house, and I went all the way to Distant Rec. Now, why I decided to go there, I don't know. I just took a walk, blah, blah, blah. And for some reason, oh, God, I don't even want to tell the story.
Well, we're 99% way into it.
So okay, so leave out maybe some of the little specifics. But what did you punch a car? Did you punch a sign? Did you punch a
I did punch a car, but that was after I punched something else. So on my way
person's
back,
face?
yeah,
I
hit,
didn't hear that part.
well, there was just a random homeless guy sleeping on the bench for some reason, and I punched him in his fucking head for some reason. I don't know why.
Mm.
Yeah, you could have left that in.
We're gonna edit that one out.
No,
That
but I'm
part.
saying, but the thing is, like, there wasn't that many homeless people, and I don't know why I was walking. Dude, I was like 14, 15.
Yeah, it was-
Well, no, we're probably 16.
Yeah,
And I took
I
I don't know why I took it. Well, Distant Rec was like our stopping ground, so we just went there, and like I have no idea. Like I walked to Distant Rec, and like I was just gonna walk there and walk back, and for some reason I seen this guy. This isn't why my hand cut open, but I just remember doing this, and this is an awful thing. And like I seen the guy on the bench, and like I don't know if he was dead or not, but I think he was sleeping. But for some
But he
reason,
was afterwards.
But for some reason, I just punched him. I just punched him and I ran. So I mean, how hard could I possibly have punched him?
Right.
I was a little fucking bitch.
just-
Right, and
You're
obviously it's
checking
not
on
something that you would do today.
No, God no. But like,
Right.
I was fucking retarded and just punched this dude.
Dude, shirting blood out of his hands. He obviously wasn't in his right
Well,
state
that's
of
not
mind.
the reason I was squirting blood.
Yeah, okay.
The reason I was squirting blood is because I was like scared. I punched this dude and I took off. And then I was coming back to your house, and I don't know how, like, your neighbor never came up to you and never said anything to this. I punched his neighbor's rearview mirror off his car.
Oh shit.
I was
fucked
still-
up.
I didn't hear shit about it.
I was so scared and, like, angry at the same time. Like, I was scared because what I did, I, like, hit this random guy and took off. I was like, oh, my God, he knows who I am. He's running after me. I'm drunk. He's going to chase me, find me, and kill me. And then, like, I'm going up to Kev's house, and I'm just like, all right, get your shit together. Get your shit together. And I just see his neighbor's fucking mirror. And, I was like,
All right, now I'm together.
and now I sent this fucking mirror. It might not have been your exact neighbor. It could have been, like,
Yeah,
across
it's
the
probably
street or
some
something.
dude,
And I hit this rearview
And
mirror.
that's probably why I didn't say anything, because he didn't know who did it.
And like I almost like stopped because I was
Till he
so
listened to
I
this
was like
podcast.
so impressed on how far the mirror went. I was like, damn, Ev.
Am I the Hulk?
I was like, damn, Ev. This
You
was-
called them outside. You're like, guys, come out here.
I was like, I'm about to fuck these dudes up. I hit this mirror and it went flying. I was like, holy shit. And I didn't even notice I was bleeding. So I was like, oh, fuck yeah. I was feeling good. Like, my nerves went away. I was like, oh, my God, you sent that thing. And all of a sudden, I go into his house, and all of a sudden, like,
Oh, so it's probably down the street because you said there was a trail of
Yeah,
blood.
it
Yeah.
was. Yeah, yeah.
So
you're
it
right.
had to be down the
Yeah.
street.
right. And then all of a sudden, I walk in the house, and him and Chris are still arguing. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys? And I look down, I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, oh, shit.
Which one of y'all is bleeding?
I was like, oh,
wait.
shit. I'm just sitting there just
Me.
wiping shit up, and there's blood everywhere. And these two are in each other's face, just like, "Bah."
Well, I was in his chest because he's 6'9".
All right, let's get into top 5.
All right.
Anyway,
So
Anyway,
that's-
So no, so
No,
Kev's no longer.
no. That's not why I was banned from his house because of the lies that were told.
Yeah.
Oh, not because you sprayed blood everywhere and didn't clean
Yeah,
it up.
well, the lies
We-
that Kev told.
So
Kev's
at
like,
first,
yo,
I
Kev's
spun a
like,
couple lies that day.
Kev, because he had work the next day. He's like, yo, my parents just called me. Just got back home from the shore. My dad told me to get home now. He said, I'm fucked. I was like, yeah, you are fucked. So
Let me know how it goes.
his dad's like, his dad's like, what's all these spots on the ground, all this shit? And he's like, well, you know, I tripped.
So stupid. So dumb.
He's like, I tripped, and I like went to go catch myself, and my arm went through the wall.
Nice. You ever think about all the stupid lies that you
So
told your parents?
stupid. And my
where the
arm went
parents
through
are
the
like,
wall.
"Get
Are you
the
the
fuck out of
juggernaut?
here!"
What
Yeah,
the
he
fuck
said,
you
so
mean
my
your
arm
arm
went through the wall, but we tried to like, we tried to like plaster it and stucco it to like cover up the
Yo,
hole.
who helped us?
Bud,
Bud came over early as shit that morning.
yeah, I was like, Bud, you got to get here now.
Yeah. Yo, but this is what Bud does too. Thanks, by the way, Bud. Thanks, dude. Huge help. Bud picks up the fucking thing. He like doesn't even touch the wall. He goes to touch the wall, puts it back down, and goes, "Nah, man, I can't fix this," and just walks out. All right, no. Who else can we call?
Oh my god.
Thanks,
He was
Bud.
like, dude, I can't fix this. That's a huge hole. Bud was probably 19.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh,
20.
God.
He
Bud,
was
get
like-
over here, dude.
I was like, Bud, you got to come get here quick. Yo, so Kev was like, yeah, I fell, I tripped, and I went to catch myself, and my arm went through the wall. And
My
so-
dad pretty much.
And his
looked-
dad was like, well, what's all this, red
Where'd the
spots?
blood come from?
The blood trails. He's like, now, we tried fixing it, and I grabbed the bucket of red paint, and I spilled it all over the driveway.
So stupid. I was probably still drunk, to be honest with you.
I grabbed a bucket of red paint
and just
spilled
spilled
it.
drops. I spilled
And
drops
spilled it
everywhere.
all over
My
the
dad
driveway.
legit looked at me and he put his fist up and he was just like, "Tell me the truth right now." He's like, "Stop fucking around."
Well, your dad
I
called
was
me.
like, "Yeah."
Your dad personally called
how
me.
The reason he called you as soon as he said that, I was about to get my ass. I was like, "Ev did it." I was like, "Ev did it all, dude." I wasn't even here. Ev did it.
I told Ev not to come to the house.
Yeah, he goes,
used
"Get
the
him."
key under the rock and got in by himself. I don't know what he did.
I don't know what his problem is, dude. So he goes, "Get him on the phone." I was like, "Oh fuck." So I literally am calling him. I don't even think I spoke to you. He just like gripped the phone out of my hand.
Right, because he didn't want you to get your story
Yeah,
straight.
yeah, yeah.
Oh shit.
And then he just gave Ev the business, dude. He was like, "You're not welcome in this house anymore."
He was like, what happened? I was like, Kev fell through the wall, and he tried getting red paint and tried fixing the wall. He's like, okay, well, I know he's lying, and I definitely know you're lying. So you're no longer welcome in this house. And you start giving me an ear beating. I was like,
He gave you lip service. Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
I was sitting right there too. I was like, "God damn, this sucks." This sucks.
Sorry, Ev.
Yeah.
and that's the last time I
I
seen
was
Kev.
like, "Ev, I'll send your shit in the mail."
I want my Chevy Regal polo back, and I haven't hung out with Kev since.
Yeah, that was legit. Yeah, after that, it wasn't like I was like mad at you or anything.
No,
or
we
you were
didn't.
mad- yeah.
I mean, we were whatever.
It was just like that was like for some reason like the next weekend like you must have been doing something or I was doing something and like it just never, we never hung out. It was weird. Until now.
It's crazy. Reunited. Reunited.
Dude, but like the nerves that were going through my body.
Well,
Oh.
they're probably all sliced from glass.
All right, so let's get into top 5 then.
Top
I
five.
get. Welcome to the Garage with Evan and Friends. Follow us on Podcast Garage on Instagram. Follow us on any of your podcast medias. To my left, the rookie producer of the year, Mr. Ryan Rickus.
What's up?
Over there with his tube socks pulled up. No dick hole in the front of his underwear. The whacker himself, the videographer, Mr. Mike Bertolini.
She wears underwear with dick holes in it.
Underwear with dick holes in them. And across from me, a Tacony legend himself. He moved his ass all the way to the 856. I haven't seen him in years. He's going to become my new best friend again. Mr. Kip Keller. He brought a sword. Say hey.
Hey.
So top 5.
Okay, so it's time to get into the top 5. We ran out of time. Kev's going to be back on, obviously, because we haven't even scratched the surface.
So much.
We haven't even scratched the surface. We got a lot. We got a lot going on. But our top 5 today was suggested by Mr. Kev Gallagher, and it's going to be top 5 childhood TV shows. Now, what that means is obviously shows of your childhood, but are there going to be cartoons or some going to be some sitcoms or some going to be whatever? I don't know how you guys went through it or not. And if you're a new listener, we start it's not clockwise, what's the opposite? Counterclockwise. So you go 5 through 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blah blah blah. But it could be anything up to you as in that description. And the reason we do our top 5 is because we don't like any arguments. We're not going to debate. We don't want no debate. It's everyone's personal top 5.
But if you have a stupid one,
I'm going to come at you.
Then you're going to get called out for it.
And the reason we come is because we don't like it's all the sports shows have the debate shit. Like I'm not gonna be fucking skipping Stephen A. Like Jordan's better than no. What's your top? If you bring up Emma Stone, I'm gonna say you're wrong. All right, so top 5 childhood TV shows. The guest always goes first. Mr. Kev Gallagher. I think I said Gallagher. Kev Gallagher. It's late in the episode. We had a couple drinks. Kev Gallagher, number 5, childhood TV shows.
All right. My first one is Goosebumps.
Okay.
Number 5?
Number
Goosebumps?
5, Goosebumps. I remember like looking ahead, like you could kind of like look ahead online, like to see like what episode was coming up next. Like it'd be like, because you know the books came out first. And
Right.
if you read the books and you saw that episode was coming out, or remember the movie that came out,
The
Haunted
movies.
Mask?
The Haunted Mask.
Oh my god.
So
All right,
the
Ryan,
funny thing about Goosebumps is that and Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yes.
I didn't watch them because they scared me.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I couldn't get into them, but I also read the books.
Yeah.
So the books was fine because I could see something coming. With a TV show, I was like, "Oh shit! What the fuck? Oh!"
Yeah, you could just close the book.
Exactly.
Yeah, the books have
Exactly.
like the higher graphics on, or like you can move them. Well, I'm just gonna skip you because my number 5 is Goosebumps.
Okay.
Was it really?
What's up, dog?
Oh man.
What's
Yo,
up?
You guys
I-
friends? Are you
I
guys
know that-
friends?
Yo,
You
I,
wanna
kn-
become
I
best
know
friends?
another one on here we definitely both have.
Oh, for
because,
sure.
Yeah.
But Goosebumps, it's just obviously it's not scary as an adult, but like as
Right.
a young kid,
Right,
the
right.
Haunted Mask. My mom used to get me the VHSs, and it was
yeah.
sick. But the books they would come out. What was the one on the roller? Bert, Google. Are you on the thing?
I remember Say Cheese and Die.
Say Cheese and Die. That was so good. The one where he's on a roller coaster, the Pumpkinhead. What's that one? Just do Goosebumps.
Goosebumps. Just do goosebumps.
I know, I've been drinking. Goosebumps, and we'll go to the images and see if we can get some of the book covers. Say Cheese and Die. That's so good.
Yeah, because I read the books. Not all of them, obviously, because there was
Okay.
8 billion of them.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
so many.
the doll.
Oh, what was it?
Which was it? What was that? There they are, the dummies. Something dummies, right?
Yeah, we can't see it.
I
It's,
need the
you're not
names.
gonna be able to see it.
Yeah, make it smaller.
Yeah, I'm gonna need the names of the Goosebumps. Something dummies. The Curse of Camp. Okay, he's moving.
And Goosebumps Most Wanted.
These are all new ones.
Yeah, this is.
That was
Yeah.
in Red Dead Redemption.
I remember that.
I remember that one. Yeah.
The Beast from the East. Kev Gallagher.
Yeah, so the books
The
books weren't as
Scarecrow
bad. I
walks.
feel like
Oh.
the books weren't as bad, and I feel like the TV show probably wasn't. But I watched it one time and I was like,
Yeah,
"Nah,
yeah,
that's
fuck
scary.
no."
No, fuck that."
Mommy.
There's too many other shows on that I
Yeah.
can watch. I'm not gonna worry about Goosebumps.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, okay.
All right, so
All right, Ryan, you're number 4 then.
my number 5. Talk about a
Okay.
big. Talk
What's
about
that booty traps?
talk about a big swing because my number 5 is Rugrats.
Oh, all right.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
Tommy Pickles leading the crew.
My sister looked like Chucky. Corey looked like Chucky.
There's not a person in here that says they didn't watch Rugrats either.
Oh,
That
Rugrats
that
was a fucking
that was the
shit, dude.
shit back then.
Dino, right?
Yeah. Reptar.
Reptar.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dino.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
didn't
remember-
watch
I don't
Rugrats.
remember
You
Dino.
fucking listen.
That
That was a dinosaur.
feels like a bag of sand. Feels like
That
a
was-
bag of sand.
That was the one with the babies, right?
Feels like a bag of sand, man. Stupid.
Oh, and then they got more progressive, as you see in that middle picture when they brought in
Black girl with the dreadlocks.
Susie and what was the
Dylan? Oh, the Asian bitch.
the Asian lady?
Oh yeah.
I forget her
Chin?
name. But that was when Tommy had a little brother. What was
Dylan.
Dill.
Dill.
Dylan
Dill
Phil,
Pickle.
Right? Dylan
Dill
Phil?
Pickle.
Dill Pickle.
Yeah.
They named their fucking kid Dylan
Dill Pickle,
Pickle.
that's
You
awesome.
son of a bitch. I just realized that at the age of 27. Dill Pickle, you son of a bitch. Oh my God, go to Rugrats All Grown Up. That depressed the fuck out of me.
God,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So that was like a was it a mini series or was it a movie?
I don't know, but I
think it was a
hated it.
mini series.
Yeah.
Tommy had hair.
They
and
were
I was
like,
fuck
Get
no.
out of here.
Yeah, they were like what? 10, maybe something like that.
College, dog.
Oh, were they? No, that
doing
was
their
two different ones.
Saved
There's a whole episode about them doing the taxes.
You said doing their
Yeah.
taxes.
Tommy's going through some shit right now with the IRS.
Dill's got
He's
something
in a
to
whole
say.
bunch of debt. But my number 5 was Rugrats.
Beautiful.
Dude, I remember I saw something online recently. It was like, if you haven't watched the Rugrats movie with the orange VHS shit,
Yes.
Yeah.
It was
You
just
ain't
on
shit.
Facebook.
Dude, the orange VH. Oh. That's like getting the orange Keystone can.
No.
Yeah. It's
No.
exactly like
I have it
that.
upstairs. I'll bring it
I
down.
actually had one too, and then I got rid of it because I was like, I'm not 16.
Shade.
Son of a bitch. All right.
Number 4, Kev. His number 5 was Goosebumps.
Oh, right. Okay. My number 4. I bet you this is both on both your lists. Boy Meets World.
No, it's not.
Cool. Airball.
Boy Meets
Mr.
World.
Feeney, no thank you.
Yeah, come on, Mr. Feeney, Eric, fucking Corey Matthews.
Yeah,
That
keep
was my
naming all the
shit.
characters who are not hopping on my list.
You guys remember that show? Boy Meets World, right? Come
Honestly-
on, guys.
Honestly, I have like.
What's your number 3?
No,
Honestly-
Boy Meets World was the shit.
Honestly, I have like.
Topanga,
Oh God, everybody's crush.
I just
It
nutted.
wasn't even that hot.
I have like 20 shows. None of them are Boy Meets World.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy
I didn't even list
shit.
it. I didn't even
Boy
list
Meets
it.
World's up there. TGI Friday.
Oh yeah, dude.
Didn't even list
it.
it.
Shows are on there. Wow,
Nope.
I'm surprised by that.
None
Is
of
there a
them-
reason, or you just wasn't on your radar?
No, I mean I watched some of it, but it was
You
one
hate
of those
Jewish
shows.
people.
It was one of those. it
That's
was
what
one
it
of those
is.
shows
You
that
hate
like
Jews.
I didn't want to watch, but there was nothing else on, so like all right, I'll
Really?
watch it.
Topanga. She had the perkiest tits.
Yeah. Oh,
She wore the sandals with like the thick soles.
dude.
Tell me what you want. What
Jellies?
you really want.
It was in Philadelphia too. Right?
My number.
Maybe not.
I think he's making shit up.
He's trying to get it on our top 5.
No,
that's
guys,
why.
come on, seriously. No.
Write it in. Write it in.
Yeah. Remember Allen Iverson was on that one episode?
My number 5 is actually pretty funny because it was on the
Your number 4?
story. That's what I said. Number 4 was on your story today.
So sloppy. This is such a sloppy episode.
It's Rocket Power.
Oh
But of
yeah,
course. But
great.
of course.
I don't think it had that long of a run.
No, I don't think it did either.
And I think I actually, when I was looking at a lot of these shows, a lot of them were on for like 3 years. And I was like, really? Because I feel like I watched them for 12
Right?
years.
Yeah.
And
Reruns.
some of them are early 90s and some of them are late 90s, but they played them all the
Dude,
time.
Rocket Power, the Wild Thornberries, like they all came on around the
Right.
same time. If you watch one of them, you're like, I might as well stay a half hour for the rest of them.
Exactly.
I love
Yeah.
both of them.
Yeah, Klasky Supo.
And-
Was that Klasky Supo?
And Rocket Power is my
Klasky
number 4.
Supo.
So,
Nice, dude.
I love Rocket Power.
That, let me ask you this. Do you have a list or you just copying
Yeah,
off us
right.
again? Last couple episodes you've been copying. I don't You're just waiting to see which one you like better.
Well, the thing is, I burn every sheet of paper after every episode, so
there's
nobody
no
will
proof.
ever, nobody
There's
will
no
ever
proof.
know.
Yeah,
No,
Rocket
tell
Power
me
was a
why
shit,
you like
dude.
Rocket Power.
Because they were cool.
They were. It was cool. They all rode like a different, like one did skateboard and one was biking and stuff. They had that old dude on the beach that they would hang out with.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of creepy saying it now.
Yeah, now that I
It's
think
definitely
about it,
creepy.
never, I'm gonna scratch that off my list.
So your number 4 was reset?
Yeah,
or
the shark
Rocket
helmet.
Power?
I love the shark helmet
Yeah.
for some reason.
Mhm.
What was his name? Squid.
No, Squid was the other one.
Well, I'm all confused because I keep thinking Chucky, but like he was the Chucky of the
Yeah, he looked like Chucky.
of the
Yeah.
Rocket
It was a
Power.
little bit grown up Chucky.
Yeah,
Squid was the best friend of Otto, wasn't he?
Otto. Otto.
Right?
was his
Otto.
name.
Otto sounds familiar.
Otto.
Otto was
bonus
Otto
season
Rocket.
Was the main dude. The Chucky looking dude.
I feel like Squid was that kid with the shark helmet.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think now. It's gonna be
The dorky kid.
Dude,
Shark
dorky.
helmets were bumping after that show came
Yeah,
out.
damn
Remember
right.
that?
Damn right they were.
Oh man.
Yeah, I never wore a helmet, pussies. Number 3.
Number 3.
All right. My number 3 is Smallville.
Wow.
Trouble with the curve. Curveball.
Oh, really? No, but nobody here watched Smallville.
No, I watched it, but I just
I didn't even watch it.
It didn't even enter my fucking brain.
Yo, I was obsessed with Smallville.
He's a
for
good-looking
while.
dude, Tom Wells.
Oh hell yeah! And then the dude who plays Lex Luthor has his own podcast. Listen to
Yeah.
that. He's nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, the
Ours
show
is better.
was bumping.
Nice.
It's nice.
Nice.
No, ours is better.
Podcast.
He's just more famous.
Yeah. But no, the show was awesome. I was already like reading like comic books, all the animated series of like superheroes and stuff like that. So when that came out,
And that was the dude with the long hair that was Superman?
Yeah,
Tom Wells.
hmm well, yeah, Tom Welling.
That's what I said.
But the problem is, here's my problem. No, Smallville was definitely good. Great theme song.
Oh.
Somebody We're getting sued.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm in the superhero. I've been really getting fucking fed up with all these superhero movies coming out.
They're just riding the
It's
coatails
just
right now.
I'm so sick of them.
People
but,
are
like,
spending money for
but
it,
my
so why
problem
not?
is like Superman is like it's boring because
So
like
boring.
they try to make something out of no. He's Superman.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
The only way to beat him is to have kryptonite. You know where to get kryptonite from? Do you?
Pentalk and Mark.
It's just like
'Cause
laying
it's
around.
like, yeah,
The Pentalk and Mark.
I got a guy who knows a guy.
Yeah.
He gets some kryptonite.
That's what I'm saying. Like always make it seem like how is Superman always in trouble?
But it's not like he's
Yeah.
afraid of
The
water.
Avengers. There's 55 superheroes and you can't figure this out. What is
Right.
going on?
Yeah, Superman that hears about it, like a building blowing up downtown, and he's like, "All right, better go check it out." You're never concerned for Superman, like going into that, like,
Right.
"Oh, what's gonna happen?"
But like, there's a dude beating up the Hulk in the Avengers. I'm like, huh?
And that's why one of the stupidest movies was Batman vs Superman.
So
I don't understand.
Hard to
Ben
watch.
Affleck sucks. Straight up.
That's a whole nother story.
yeah,
All right.
My number 3. Shit. that wasn't-
Smallville. That was beautiful.
rough list.
My number 3 is Recess.
Oh, that's a good one.
Rye. You're not gonna believe this. You're not gonna believe this.
Because he didn't want to put Smallville on there, so he had to do Recess.
You're not gonna fucking believe this. My number 3 is Recess.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's. We should have checked with each
Yo,
other.
play
first.
the theme song of Recess.
We could probably play that. What are they going to
What are
sue
they
us
gonna
for?
do? Gretchen, the girl.
Yeah, I know.
You
Yeah, I know.
I watched it.
Remember the girl, Gretchen?
It's still. I still see it on
Jay
sometimes.
Nuss's parents took us to the movie theater to see Recess the movie.
In an Escalade.
Oh shit.
Stretch Escalade.
Yeah, I feel what station was it on?
Like PBS or something.
The CW.
That's
Yeah,
what I was
yeah,
gonna say.
no,
It was on
it's-
something
PH-
PH-17.
Yeah, it was something.
I
like
watched-
PH-57.
because I watched Nick and I watched
Do you want to?
Cartoon Network.
No,
Right.
Cartoon Network was like kind of graphic for a cartoon aspect.
Right, but I watched. That's what I watched. Those two.
No.
Well, Adult Swim was, but
Adult-
Cartoon
Oh
Network.
yeah.
The Cartoon Network was. But
What?
Recess,
Ed and Eddie got too graphic for you.
Ed and Eddie was very inappropriate.
It's like, what's this?
but Recess was on a different station,
Right, yeah.
and you had to like remember. Oh shit, Recess is supposed to be
Yeah.
on. So I'd always
I
catch it
think
like
was on
halfway
ABC
through.
Too.
I would always catch it like
Saturday morning
halfway
cartoons.
through the
Yeah.
Saturday morning cartoons. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Bert's calling for a mute on Ev. 5-minute mute. Hit the penalty box for 2 minutes. Do me a favor, shut the fuck up. But I used to watch it a lot on Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah.
But when it was on during the week, I would forget about it. Like if it came on, I don't know what time it was on, but let's say it's on 4:30 or something like
Yeah,
that.
it wasn't a normal cartoon channel.
And you were like, oh shit, it's 4:45. Recess is on. Like you got to switch over. Like that's the problem with Recess was that I didn't get to catch every episode.
Yeah.
But it was an awesome show.
Oh, for sure.
Ev, what'd you think about Recess?
I agree.
I concur.
I concur.
Do you concur?
I concur.
Your number, I guess we're skipping Ev again. So you're number 2, Kev.
All right, my number 2 is Batman the Animated Series.
Okay. I'll give you no. So it's not all mine, but I'll give it to you.
Oh, thanks.
It's better than Smallville, I think. Remember you said Kev was coming on again? No, I think we got to cancel that.
No, I put. Go ahead.
I was with you in FYE or whatever when you're like, dude, this Batman Animated Series is sitting there. It's $73. You're like,
I need to open up a credit card to get it.
He's like, I have $53. How much money do you have?
I will get you back. I promise.
Oh shit.
Oh God! But that show, yeah, that show was.
A game changer, dog.
It really was. It was fire.
Game
dude.
changer.
Yeah,
It was so fucking good. The animation was so fucking.
banging. And then when you got the box set, you could binge watch that shit.
I bought season 1. I bought season 1, 2, and 3. And
For
then
$73.
a piece.
Oh my God. Jesus Lord. How many episodes were in a season? There better have been 97
Yeah,
episodes
it
in a
was
season
good
for that
amount,
much.
but not $73.
Jesus Christ. I feel bad for him. And that's
I didn't
that's
even
all
want
I
to give him
do.
the
is
money. It was like giving money to like a drug addict. Like, dude, I don't want to do this.
you're like, I have the money, but you can't have it.
Like, dude, why don't you use this to like get home?
Yeah. Let's do this. Let's walk down to Annie Ann's Pretzels.
Yeah.
I'll get you a pretzel.
Right.
It's on me.
It'll give you time to think about
Yeah.
it.
Do not buy 3 seasons for $200.
He's like, I don't give a shit what you're saying. I'm buying this shit. He's like, I don't even
It's
have
too
enough
late.
money for it, and I'm buying it. I'm not leaving without it.
I will punch the clerk in the face to take this. That's the only way I'm not taking it.
Oh God. Oh yeah.
All right.
Great,
So what was
great show?
what was that? Your number
2, I think.
Your number 2. Hold on, as I'm pulling up my list, my phone's fucking up. So my number 2 was, speaking of number 2s, I think Chelsea just walked in, and I think this might have been on your sitcom list. Maybe not. I don't know. But it's Saved by the Bell.
Oh, okay. All right.
So was it on your sitcom list, Chelsea? Chelsea's nodding her head.
Great show. Before school.
Before
Watch it
school.
Before school.
So
yeah.
I used it when I was like younger. I woke up and I would just watch like ESPN.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what am I doing watching ESPN? Who cares what's going on in the sports world?
Yeah,
I
what
want to
is
know what's
Zach
going
up
on with
to?
Zach Morris
Yeah.
right now.
Who's he calling on that giant phone?
That gigantic phone.
Yeah.
What are they doing in college now? What's going on? Why are they in college? So it was, as Ev's walking back in with his box set that he still has. It's a is that a VHS?
No, Stevie G, dog.
So my number 2, Ev, just to catch you back up, was Saved by the Bell.
Classic.
If it's your number 2, I swear to God.
Okay.
So
No, that wasn't, but like I would like to put that. No, that's a great fucking.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
I didn't even pick that.
That and Recess are solid picks.
Yeah, because my number 2 is All That. All that. It was like the kids Saturday Night Live. That was the kids Saturday Night Live.
Keenan and Kel.
There's
Yeah.
so many people who came from that. If we were to like ever look up that list, of,
Danny. Remember Danny on Figure It Out?
dude, but Keenan and Kel. Dude,
happened to him?
Keenan is on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, he
Right.
made it, dude. He's
Right.
the
He
only
made it.
one.
He went-
Made it out.
He did.
he went from
graduated.
one Saturday Night Live to another Saturday Night Live.
There was so many good, and then literally it was just the Keenan and Kel show after that too. But like, Good Burger. There was. So
I was gonna
much,
say they pulled shows from it,
right.
Yeah.
They
Like-
were like
like
the
they
kids
did- like-
SNL.
like they did SNL. Like they
Right.
pulled movies and
Dude,
TV
they
shows
were
from
so fucking good. There was so much good. For,
Mighty
but on
Ducks
the-
2.
The trampoline though for the like the beginning. Put that song on.
How about that Knuckle Puck in D2?
Oh, how could I forget?
Goalie!
I don't know how many times he's ever said that since I met him. Him and my boy Woj. I must have heard that said. It's the goalie. I must have heard that 3,000 times. I must have heard that 3,000 times in my
Oh
life.
man.
because you didn't see it coming. He slides up the. What's he doing at? What he slide
First of
all the
all,
way up
penalty.
to the blue? Yeah, can't slide all the way up to the blue
Yeah,
line.
what
What's
are you
going?
doing? Dude, he just throws his helmet on the ground.
Yeah, takes it off, sets up
Not
the knuckle puck.
necessary.
Where was the defense?
Necessary?
Yeah.
The
What's
defense
going
was
on?
like,
Is it
let's
necessary? I
let's
drink
let
my
him
own
go.
urine? Probably not, but it's good. And
I like the taste.
Number 1.
Oh, wait, do you have a? Did you say?
All that.
Oh fuck.
Remember we were talking. It's the goalie.
Remember we just did all that?
I
Remember?
don't even know where I am anymore. Number 1, Home Improvement.
That's my number 1 sitcom.
Shut the. Oh, all right. I thought it was number 1. Number 1. What? Are you saying that's not a kid show?
No, it's great. It's my
it was
number
on,
1.
It was on TGI Fridays.
It's on the country music channel now, and I watch it all the time.
It's awesome. Isn't it?
And then it goes from
So good.
it goes from Home Improvement to Last Man Standing, which is pretty much
yeah.
it's the same show.
Mhm.
It's the same show. Just the one chick left and went on Orange Is the New Black, and she gained 3,000 pounds, and she became a Boston trash bag, but she shows her tits, so it was kind of nice.
Nice. That's good.
I love tits.
All that.
I'm down for all
Home
that.
all
Improvement's my favorite sitcom. Like I love Home Improvement. I just didn't put it in my 90s shows just because I already.
Are you mad that I said it in a kid's? I feel like you got
No,
upset.
it's your childhood. I don't give a shit. It's your
Damn,
childhood.
you're
the
damn
one-
right it is my childhood.
You're the one with the fucked up childhood.
Yeah.
God, hating
Yeah.
on my list.
Yeah, you're the one who said I drip red paint everywhere.
So my number 1 was the reason that I thought. Did you come with a couple possibilities for the top 5?
Yeah, I have a shit ton.
Well, I mean for this top 5. And then I said this one, or I said. Anyway, Ev brought this idea to me, and I was like, I like it because the guy that created the show died, and supposedly
Oh
they're doing
shit!
a little.
This is your number 1.
It's my number 1, and supposedly they're doing a little tribute at the Maroon 5 is doing a little tribute at the Super Bowl.
trying to think of what it is.
SpongeBob.
Oh, all right, yeah.
So this is why I was like, I think it's a good idea because he just died, and like I said, they're doing a tribute to him. SpongeBob is a show that I used to watch all the time, and I can still watch.
I was just gonna
and
say,
that's why-
adults laugh at SpongeBob.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think it was my number one because, yeah, I watched it when I was younger, but I can still turn it on today,
Fuck yeah.
and I still have.
Great show.
SpongeBob.
Interesting. It's kind of interesting that they're doing a halftime thing for him.
Well, supposedly that's the rumors.
Was
like
SpongeBob
that.
I understand, like it's a huge, but
It's been on for like
Yeah,
20
SpongeBob's
years
so
or some
good.
shit.
Yeah,
It's been on a long ass time.
wow.
hilarious too. Like you said, for kids and adults.
Right. and
nobody
that's-
said The Simpsons or anything, huh?
That was my number 6.
I didn't put it on there because I felt like it wasn't.
I don't
more of a
watch
kid's
it, so
show.
I don't know.
I did back then, but
I didn't
Smallville
watch it
made-
until like I became older.
Smallville was way.
It beat it out. Smallville beat it out.
Oh man.
Ev's panicking right now because he doesn't have a number one because he didn't agree with either of our number ones. No, it's not.
Is it?
No, it's not. You just made that up. You're making it up.
What do you mean I'm making it up? I have fucking 5 of these. I just didn't feel like digging through the box. Batman, the animated series, and it's not even fucking close. It was never close. This is the first thing. That
When's the
came
last
to
time
mind.
you watched it?
Actually, I watch it on YouTube now, so like the
Yeah.
DVD haven't hit anything in a while.
Who
None
has-
of my DVDs.
Who has
have-
DVD players anymore?
Yeah. Well, you put it in your PlayStation, but even still, like,
Yeah.
like you'll never sit there and just watch shit.
Yeah, I have a ton of
But like,
movies that like I haven't watched.
it confuses me that like that's not on Netflix or anything. Because like there was a
know.
good, there's a well, Batman is it was so sick because it was like a dark
I
cartoon
was just
too.
all right. So that's why I asked you when's the last time you watched it, because I went back and watched it recently, and it's like you said, it's dark,
Dark.
it's gritty. It's like could be a legit show if it was
Right
like,
now,
real-
like
yeah.
it held the time or the test of time. But I'm saying like there was a lot of like I said, a Superman tried to coming out with this and shit, and I was like corny.
Sucked.
Spider-Man's was cool.
Spider-Man's cool and X-Men. X-Men
Yeah,
was
X-Men
legit.
shit. They had the cartoons, but like I don't know. I just always loved Batman just because he never had superpowers.
It was definitely the best animated.
It was
series.
so
Yeah.
good, dude. It was such a good animated series. $73 a piece,
Dude.
That's ridiculous.
I think.
That's ridiculous.
think.
Still trying to get that $20 off you.
It might have been 60.
So if you got
There's no
that
way.
now,
Yeah.
since I'm here,
I'm pretty sure I bought like 3 of them and it was like $200.
The Vig's
whatever
been
that
running.
is.
it's up to
But
$2
yeah.
grand right now.
Yeah, Batman the animated series.
Actually, you know what?
It's
This
no
is my
question.
house now. This is mine.
It's no question. Batman the animated series. No
Um,
question.
Do you guys have other ones that you want to mention?
My 6 was Simpsons.
I mean, why? What was yours?
No, I have a list of like fucking 20.
Yeah, there was so many. Oh, Doug. I love
Oh.
Doug.
Right, Doug,
Du-du-du-du-du.
Doug, Hey Arnold,
Oh,
Dexter's Lab.
I got something written for you. Street Fighter 2, the movie.
Oh my God! Not a show, but yeah, let's talk about it.
Alice in Chains did the whole soundtrack
Dude,
to that.
them bones.
Bam!
He's sitting there driving on the freeway. Yo, another cartoon that was like there was like a
Way
sex
above its
scene in
time.
it, and like
Have you guys ever seen Street Fighter 2, the cartoon?
I don't think so.
It's a movie.
it's graphic.
Dude, it's fucking.
There's like a rape scene in it.
It's a rape scene.
Nice.
Yeah.
Vega rapes Chung Li.
Yeah,
No, is that her name?
yeah,
Chung
Chun-Li. Yeah,
Dude, she winds up fucking him up, but like he rapes her in it. It's a wild movie.
It's crazy.
But that's Ryu and Ken going
Yeah.
at it.
Graphics were ridiculous for its time.
Bison,
Came out, like
obviously.
early '90s and looks better than anything there's out there.
Guile was a badass, but dude, when Ken's flying down the highway with them bones, bam,
That movie was amazing.
them bones, dude, that was a banging movie. We watched that together.
You're the one who actually got me into Alice in Chains, and I remember we were watching that movie, and you were like rocking out to the song, and I'm like, what the fuck? Then you showed me Rooster. You showed
Yeah.
me like the whole
I
album.
took off
It's
my
like-
shirt. You're like, you have tattoos? I had like 3 random tattoos. All right,
So
let's do the list again.
Yeah,
man.
let's do 5-1. Go through your whole list, Kev.
All right, so my whole list started off with Goosebumps, then Boy Meets World, then Smallville, Batman animated series, and then Home Improvement.
I had Rugrats, Rocket Power, Recess, a whole bunch of R's. Saved by the Bell and SpongeBob.
Kev, what was your list? So I can repeat mine. No, I had Goosebumps, Rocket Power, Recess, all that, Batman the animated series. Boom, baby. And Street Fighter 2. Everybody go fucking find that and watch
Seriously. Good luck.
it. Yeah, I have it on.
It might be
yeah.
$73 at FYE
Yeah.
if you can find an FYE.
FYE for your entertainment.
There's still one at the Morristown Mall.
I used to love going in there.
Franklin Mills?
I still
You
like
could-
going in there, dude. It's
You
awesome.
could scan your CD before like you knew the song. You could
Yeah.
scan the CD and they're like, "Oh, what
Listen to a
songs are
track.
on this?"
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, baby.
All right.
Guys, listening wise, I don't know if this was the best, but I'm sorry, but like I had a fucking blast.
Awesome.
Kev,
Awesome
I haven't
time.
seen you in a while. Thanks for coming through. I think we'll be hanging out a lot more now.
I agree. Let's do it.
And now you got to meet my friend who orders Chinese jerseys from China.
Dude, first off, if I would buy this today, it's what, $150?
It's worth it.
And what'd you get? What'd you
It-
pay for it?
Like 27?
Oh yeah, dude, that's a steal.
Are you kidding me? It's obvious.
Dude's in the Hall of Fame.
That's what I'm saying.
I
And,
wouldn't have.
and
'cause I
granted,
would've
it's a
looked
little
for the
bit bigger
rest of
Dude,
than
the
it would
hockey
be.
tie up top, sick.
Everything
Yeah,
with the hockey
fuck
tie.
yeah.
This whole thing, like when we make new hoodies, I want the hockey tie.
There you go.
Bitch. Just throw bitch in something. It's always so funny. Yeah, no, I'll take a cheesesteak. Bitch. Guys, thank you. We love yous.
It's a pleasure.
If you don't like it, not. Kev Dog, thanks for coming through. Bert over there in the trench coat. Chinaman. Here we go. Peace out. We love you.